How you gonna fix it? You done messed me up the jobless visit. I done called the police because I'm doing a refund. A refund is due unto me. Don't feel like I just been abused out here today. God ain't pleased with this. You can't do the Saints like this. Boy, I don't even know if I'm gonna sit out here till the police come. I'm gonna sit out here till the police come. I'm doing a refund. Because I'm doing one of me. Good evening. Good evening. Let me see if I have the right audio on here. Give me just a second. Thank everybody for tuning in. Let's look at this audio. No, it does not. Oh, it says wireless GoPro. Testing, testing. Okay. Good evening, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of SheLovesThee SWAC Saturdays. It's been a minute, but I'm excited. So I made this just the season 2, episode 1 of SheLovesThee SWAC Saturdays. Let me see what that does. Okay. Been ready when the season ended. Y'all ready for some football? Just left fan day on the hill. Okay, Jay White. Hey, Miss Mary. How you doing? Can you believe that we are less than 7 days from week 0, the MEAC SWAC Challenge in Atlanta, Georgia? Less than a week away. Just made it home from the merge. We're going to have Jay come on later on, okay? We're going to have Jay come on because he went to the merge today as y'all, I don't know what's going on with this little piece of hair. He went as media. I think this is Jay's first big media event for the merge. And so we want to definitely make sure to let him come up here, talk a little bit about his platform. Yeah, my son is back, y'all. So come say hi. So you hear all this rustling in the back and it sounds like a rat or something making a whole bunch of noise. It's Braxton making noise. When I ask him to be quiet, you still hear noises. Go get your macaroni and cheese out. Uh-oh, somebody said they didn't care for the merge. Whoa. Who said that? Who has been saying that? He said he didn't care for the merge. Well, from what I saw some clips and a couple of live videos. It looked like it was interesting and it looked like it was really good to me. I know the rollout was excellent on Instagram and Twitter. They really had the social media all covered with promoting the merge with media. Back again. Shady's back. Well, that's going to get me flagged. I don't even know how that did that. Probably because I added it as a video instead of a background. Well, that's going to get flagged. What is a merge? Mr. Jackson, where are you from? Who you with? Who you with? Who you with? Who you with? We need to know, where's Mr. Jackson from? Because he's asking what is a merge. And Jay said he's going to explain it later. He'll explain later what a merge is. So there we go. I had to get the graphics right for you all for tonight. Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry about the delay. Okay. So tonight's show, we're going to do some HBCU community news. So if you got some news, drop it in the chat. Football season is here. We might have Mr. Ford come on here and he might change his rankings. And then, of course, we have week 0, FAMU versus Norfolk State in the MEAC SWAC Challenge. Final preseason rankings, right? Jackson State got some linebackers. Hey, Miss Mary. Hey, Miss Veronica. Go Hornets football. Go Hornets. Y'all want to see my son do all the teams? I think he knows all of them. I'll pull him up for him and see if he can do all of the teams. The freshman was great as always. Soccer and volleyball also is here. Yes, it is. I covered on Thursday that Jackson State's home opener, they tied. Did you say my name? Did you say my name? Yeah, when you can do the names of the sports of the teams. You want to do that later or now? Okay. Yeah. Hornets ain't going to do nothing. Lord, they're already starting it in the chat. Yes, the little dranky drank. All right. He said, the who is here? Who's here? The Hornet. Oh, Lord. All right. Let's see if Braxton can get this right. Now, mind you, come over here, Brax. Let me see how I'm gonna do this. I'm getting ready to ask you which team is which, or you can just name them yourself, okay?
Okay.
Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna make it bigger for you. I'll make them bigger for you so you can see them. And then you'll name them. And then if you get at least 8 right, I'll get you some ice cream. But if you don't get it right, you're not getting no ice cream. Is that a deal?
Yeah.
Huh? That's a deal? Okay. So are you sure you want to do it right now? Are you ready? Because if you're not ready, tell me now and we'll do it another day. But if you're ready, I'm getting ready to put it up there. And if you get at least 8 right.
I only know 6.
Well, you're going to have to try. I might give you a little. You can phone you might be able to phone a friend, okay? You might be able to phone a friend with like the okay?
Okay.
All right, let's see. Let me see how I'm gonna do this.
SWAC.
You might be able to phone a friend, okay?
Okay.
Do you know how to phone a friend?
Yeah.
Okay, so
the head coach.
No, you're not gonna phone the head coach. All right.
Why?
All right, come over here. Here. You can't be over here taking that means you might be cheating. All right, y'all. So we're gonna see how Braxton does because he's supposed to be doing his picks of the week coming up here soon.
Jackson State, Grambling, Rattlers, Alcorn.
What's this one? What's this one?
WAPB Lions, Hornets.
Oh, who is this?
Devils.
Okay. Who's this? BC. B.
C.
Buffoon. Who?
Cookman.
Oh, okay. You know any others?
Jackson State, Grambling.
Mm-hmm.
CB Buffoon. The Rattlers, Alcorn, Hornets, the Devils, UPAPB Lions.
Mm-hmm.
Texas State Southern.
No, wait. Texas what? Southern?
Texas Southern.
What's their mascot? What are they?
Tigers.
Oh, okay. What about this one? I told you about them.
Tigers.
Now you know that is not a tiger.
All
right. Well, good job, Braxton. Oh, he gonna say some close enough.
No, I said SC Jaguars.
Okay. Look at him. He got it right. Yay, Braxton. How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Oh, okay.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, you did it. You get some ice cream. Yay. All right. Good job. All right, go eat. Y'all, getting him ready because he has to know what he's talking about on here. All right, now let's get down to business. Right, talking about something close enough. That was messy. Close enough. No. Uh-oh. Not the negative 237. Please don't have me teaching my son that stuff. Okay. All right. So, I want to show you guys this because I thought it was interesting. And I want your thoughts on it. I mean, I think it looks good, but I have a question on how are people supposed to see? So I was on Twitter, and of course, this comes on my screen, and I was just like, oh, okay, that's nice. But then I thought about it, I was like, dang, that is bright. Like really, 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 really bright.
Can they see what you're looking at?
No, they cannot. Not until I pull it up. Any more questions? All right, you acting like Suge Knight now, all up in the videos.
Is your stuff clicking? Is your stuff clicking, or is that me?
That's just you. Okay, here it is right here. It's just too bright for me. I don't know. I feel like it's just way too bright. What do you guys think about this field? This is Clark Atlanta University in the SWAC. The Clark Atlanta University Panthers, they have a red field. And when I say red, I feel like that's almost like blood red. I like the seating. That's nice. The seating is very, very nice. But look at how bright it is, y'all. Wait, who fired 19 people? Where are you getting that from? Mr. Jackson is a hornet and he being messy. Uh-oh, look. Look at what Miss Veronica did. What do you say to Miss Veronica?
Thank you, Miss Veronica.
Dang, you got snacks this week. Thank you, Miss Tanya Harris. Oh, and I want to give a special shout out to Miss Tyra Lynn and let me see. Let me pull it up. I can you wear blue? Can you even come to this game with blue on? I don't even think you can come to the game with blue on. This looked like a red and black zone only. If you don't have on red and black, you can't come to the game. That's what it looks like. Miss Desi Scott or Mrs. Desi Scott, thank you so much for the birthday love. Blood in, blood out. Oh my gosh, so terrible.
Hold on, I am cooking Frio beans.
Pinto beans. Players can never wear white. I mean, come on. What? I think it's nice though. And you know what? I have seen some other fields with the red. What do you guys think? Oh, here is a not so early prediction. I think that Southern will win the West, my opinion. To which Mr. Carey said, with what QB? Lord, Lord, Lord. Having QB wars early. That's Kool-Aid red.
Kool-Aid.
Jay White, I cannot be saying, I don't even think that's a word I can say on YouTube. I might get shadow banned if I say that word. The Clark Atlanta. I want to know who Mr. Jackson is, because I don't know if he's calling Rolling Martin to be funny, or if he just made a mistake and said Rolling Martin, or does he really mean Rolling Martin? I ain't trying to be funny. Which one y'all think it is? You think he's trying to be funny by calling him Rolling Martin?
Yeah.
Livingstone has a nice field. It's turf. Eastern Washington used to have an all red field like that back in the day, but they changed it to black. And I would be pressed for black too. $1 million. If y'all can afford $1 million field by yourselves, y'all need to be going up to FCS, ain't it? Y'all have money. Y'all got some money. Clark Atlanta, y'all want to go FCS? Okay. Former Howard running back Ian Wheeler has a strong performance with the Chicago Bears. It is NFL preseason, and you know what? I don't think that he's the only one. I know Isaiah Bolden had a tackle with the Patriots. Is that a good use of funds? Mr. Carey. Clark has to stand out some kind of way with Georgia State, Morehouse, Georgia Tech in their footprint. Okay, I like the field. So congratulations, Clark Atlanta. Do y'all want to go FCS? Y'all want to go FCS? Just let me know. Because if y'all doing it like that, spending $1 million on a field. We also saw former FAMU. I want to say it was. Stop it, baby. Stop touching stuff. See, this is why I don't want you over here. Oh, it was a sack. Okay. If you're from Bleeven Avenue, I think he meant Cleveland, and instead he said Bleveland, you get in free at all the Pyru Panther football games. Consequently, Jay White would love for Alabama A&M to have a game in Atlanta, but in other places in the SWAC, unsafe cities. Oh, goodness. Clark hasn't won in a long time. Well, maybe this would be something that will entice players to come. An all red field. Word on the street, CAU is talking about going FCS. I don't believe that for 1 minute. But if they were, that would be a good investment. Hey, Mr. Ford, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Give me that. That's not a toy. I'm good. Mr. Ford, did you that's your parts, ain't it? The Clark Atlanta Panthers?
Yeah, I'm a Clark Red. Yeah.
Right. So what do you think about this bright red field that they got on your alma mater on the football?
I'm just glad they did, got a new field. It was time that the field was completed in '96 with the Olympics, so it was time. I was just glad they, got a new field.
Oh Lord. So What ice cream? Not right now. It's for tomorrow. Did you hear Braxton? He named out the Gremlin Tigers. Sing that song.
No.
Yeah, he was naming them. You want him to name them for you?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead. Mr. Ford missed it.
Jackson State, Gremlin, FAMU, Corn, SU Jaguars, Hornet, UAPB, Lions, CB,
Bethune-Cookman. That's it. Good job.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. That's an up and coming Brian Gumble right there.
Yeah, he's gonna be going to Jackson State, right, baby?
Texas State,
Texas Southern.
Texas.
Tell him to say it's the year of the Tigers.
It's the year of the Tigers.
Yeah, there we go. Don't say the other one, please. Is that what you saying now, Mr. Ford? You done switched it up, huh?
It's the year of the UAPB Lions.
Oh, Lord. Mr. Ford, didn't you say that you know why you're here? Let me go ahead and put yours up. You know why we here, Mr. Ford? Because it's the end of preseason. Fall camp is over.
Oh yeah.
School is in session, and we're gonna have one last final say on these rankings.
Right. Okay.
Because it looks like it might be a little bit of switching going on, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You might have rearranged it a little bit.
Yeah.
Folks done transferred out. Folks done lost their whole offensive line.
Yeah, but folks done brought a lot of people in too now.
They brought a lot of people in.
A lot of people in. I told you, they said Southern brought in 20 offensive linemen.
Okay, so what I'm trying to figure out is if you bring in more than 50 players and it's your first year as a head coach, not everybody can be like Coach TC Taylor and win and go 7-4. Move.
No, but I'm happy to hear that. You know, my premise is that talent is not the problem in the SWAC. We got to make sure we got quality coaching, quality ADs, quality presidents, quality faculty reps.
I want to say one of the Southern coaches left. They resigned to go somewhere else just yesterday, right?
Who was it?
Southern, go ahead and tell us which coach that was that said that he's out. He resigned or he's moving on.
Was he a position coach, coordinator? Who was it?
I'm gonna figure it out. They might not want to tell you. But yep, I saw it. He said, "My time has come to an end." Sutton, go ahead and say who it was. Southern going to run the ball. Nobody from Southern wants to tell us who it was. I know they
Southern's definitely going. You know, Southern's they got a deep backfield. That backfield room is deep down there in Baton Rouge.
Where did you get this information from?
About what?
About Southern bringing in all these offensive linemen.
You know, I listen to Perry. I'm a fan of Perry's. He just
Perry
got some.
Don't know nothing. Perry.
But listen. Perry's good, and I really like that young lady. What's the young lady's name on there? You know, she works in Baton Rouge. She's on television. She's great too. I love her.
Who went to LSU?
Is it Brandon?
Who went to LSU? Miss Foot? No. Who I'm talking about?
What's that girl's name on there with Perry? Not that girl, but the young lady that's with Perry. What's her name? Brandy. Oh, I love Brandy. Yeah. I love Brandy. But I also, I listened to
oh, they said it was the communications director that left. Okay. It wasn't a football coach.
What's the guy name? I listen to him every Saturday too. He has Charles Edmonds
the
on.
Southern coach went to LSU, but what was his position, Miss Foot? Do you know what the position was? I knew it was a coach from Southern that was on the football team that left. Don't nobody want to say nothing. Everybody being quiet. He went to LSU, Mr. Ford.
Carlos Brown. That's the guy I listen to. I listen to Carlos Brown. I listen to Carlos and them too.
Oh, I saw them at SWAC Media Day.
Yeah, I listen to Carlos. I love Carlos. Has a nice crew with him. He's got.
Matter of fact, I got to talk to Coach Graves. He took one look at me and he said, "Oh, you Jackson State? Oh, okay."
Yeah, that's good man.
Ooh, the Carlos Brown Show. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
it.
listen to Carlos. I listen to him every Saturday.
I met him at SWAC Media Day.
Yeah.
Well, all right, Mr. Ford. Let's go ahead and get down to business. All right.
Okay.
Because you got the street committee report for.
Oh yeah, and I got a report from you from the street committee about something you said last night. I got to tell you about it. Well, not but Thursday night. I got to tell you about that.
Oh Lord. Well,
I talked to some people.
Go ahead and get that. Go ahead and get that out the way, because
listen, I talked to some FAMU people on Cascade Road today.
Oh,
and let me tell you, listen, none of them had a problem with the removal of the president or Miss Tiffany Dawn Sykes. None of them.
Is water wet, Mr. Ford? We knew they didn't care. You be over
right. They didn't have no problem with it.
Bobby Swoop Man. We already knew what the deal was when you said his name.
Yeah, you know what? I understand. I got to try to catch up with Swoop. I haven't talked to him in a while. Hold on, let me. I'll come right back. Okay, hold on one second.
Jackson was director of football operations. Southern keeps stealing Jackson State's third string players and promising them starting spots. Ted, who did they done stole now?
Jackson State.
All right, Braxton, let's go ahead and get this over with. Norfolk State versus FAMU. Yeah, who you got?
Behold the gold and green.
It's green and gold, but
no, it's not.
Yes, it is. Right. They went ahead and shut him up real quick, huh? They don't. He's about to tell it. Who said what now, Mr. Ford? What fam you say about what I said?
Yeah. Listen, I asked them. I saw 3 of them rappers on Cascade Road that I was asking them about the removal of the president and Miss Tiffany Dawn Sykes. And they said they didn't have no problem with it.
What about the other people?
They said they wish them well in their endeavors, in their future endeavors.
Mm.
Yeah. I told you that. Listen.
Well, listen, I don't have a problem with that. I don't even have a problem with the resignations. I just felt like the resignations should have been stacked, not all done all at once. Then you don't draw.
But you said Thursday night you didn't think it was a priority, and I didn't either. Because like I told you, I had been expecting that for at least 6 or 7 months.
Okay, so here's the only thing that I would have to say. I'm gonna make a comment on this, and then we'll move along from FAMU and their resignation debacle. So if someone resigns, then you're not obligated to pay them money, right? If they fired her, they would have had to pay out a certain amount of money. But instead, they sent over a template that said, insert your name here, insert your name here. And basically, it was a template for resigning. Wouldn't that basically be like resigning under duress, which means you were made to resign because it said that he wanted their resignation letter by 5 o'clock. Isn't that kind of like you're firing them, but you're making them do it? So that means that you still have to pay them.
Well, listen, the professional way is to say that a person resigned instead of saying they were fired. Okay, so that makes it look a little better, in the eyes of future employers that you resigned.
Not when they released the template that said you need to turn in this letter by 5 o'clock.
Well, yeah, but like I'm telling you, it looks better when it can be said that you resigned from the job, or instead that for them to say that you were fired from the job.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The AD was like woman AD of the year, right?
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah,
so that's interesting.
Well, like I told you, you know me. You didn't talk about
all
this
of
now.
their endeavors. I wish that they, let's get some good news here with week 0.
Well, I know week 0 they're gonna try to run it up on Norfolk, because from what I'm hearing down there, them boys is mad about 100 different things. They think they being slighted. People they the defending champs, and people picking them 3rd place.
Who picked them for 3rd?
I think somebody's. I think it was lower than that. Somebody did a ranking that included the MEAC and the SWAC. I think Fam might have been 5th.
Okay, I know who you're talking about. I think I know.
Yeah, somebody did a ranking. They did it of all the MEAC and the SWAC. And I think when the rankings came out, Fam might have been 5th.
You know that the Coach Cozy is number 25 in the AP poll. Excuse me, the AP something. APCS. Let me pull it up. The coaches poll. He's ranked in the coaches poll.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
They got him ranked number 25.
In the FCS poll? Whose poll is it?
Yeah, it's FCS.
FCS. Okay. Uh-huh.
Wow, you guys doing it like that? AFCA coaches poll number 25. It says Rattlers enter the season ranked 25 in the American Football Coach Association. It doesn't necessarily say FCS, but I'm guessing it is because
yeah.
So I'll write my own resignation letter. Don't send me no template on what to tell me what to say.
Well, that's how it is.
They didn't have a problem when they were picked to win last year, even though JSU was the defending champs. Hello.
Yeah, but I told you when I saw them Rattlers downtown Atlanta, and everybody was grinning and laughing, and I said, "What y'all grinning and laughing about?" And they said, "Dion is gone, and it's Willie time." I told you that.
Willie.
It's Willie time.
Willie.
Right. I told you that. I saw them Rattlers down there grinning. What y'all grinning for?
And guess what?
Dion is gone.
We grinning too. You want to know why we grinning?
Because it's Tiger time.
They made it big time, Willie. He gone, Willie.
We grinning too.
Yeah.
We are grinning too.
I know it.
They said Big Worm finna show out in Atlanta.
Why is it?
Yeah, Big Worm got to save his job now because he on the line. He got to do something. Yeah, I'm a Worm fan. I'm a Worm fan. I've always thought a lot of him.
Yeah, we over here grinning and kikiing too. Rattlers, because Willie gone. It's
Willie
Tiger
gone.
time. It's Tiger time.
That's right. Willie gone.
All right. So let's do this predicted order of finish over here in the East.
Mhm.
Now that you done seen some football camp film and you got a little acclimated with some of the teams, who do you have ranked first in the East?
Florida A&M. They the defending champs. I have to always go with the champ until somebody knocks them down.
Well, as
Family
long
business.
as you ain't got us fourth no more, because the
No,
last
no, no,
time
y'all,
we did
y'all,
this,
no,
you had us ranked fourth.
no, you number 2. You number 2.
All right, I can get with that.
Yeah, you number 2. But see, I can't give you one because Fam is the defending champ. Until somebody knocks Fam down, they will always be number 1 for me.
And when you say until somebody knocks them down,
Yeah, so somebody go in there and whoop them and brag. You know, they ain't lost in brag in how many years?
They don't necessarily invite hard teams to brag. Let's just keep it
Wait a minute, Mr. Mona. Everybody in the SWAC, Mr. Mona, wait a minute.
West Florida.
Mr. Mona, they play SWAC schools. The SWAC goes through Tallahassee.
The SWAC don't go through Tallahassee. No.
Yes, it does. Listen. Okay, they will come to you this year on the 19th of October. Next year you come to brag, right?
We ain't worried.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody's got to go. Everybody has to go through there.
We ready to do what we did the last time we was in brag.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
I guarantee you, as God is my witness, I guarantee you, after we do this home game, which is Jackson State versus FAMU at Jackson, I wouldn't be surprised if the new AD tries to pull that game from Tallahassee and put it somewhere else. Jacksonville, maybe, like you said.
Let me tell you something. That would be great. You know what? I would love that myself. That would be great for them to take that game to Jacksonville. That would be that would revitalize something remember. Did you hear me the other night? I was talking about bring back the Bowl City Classic. Yes. Now that would be a great game. Listen, if you put Jackson State and Florida A&M in that stadium in that Jaguar or whatever, I don't know the name of it now. Listen, that's got to be 40,000, 50,000 people. That's got to be 40,000, 50,000.
Yes, they are. Because they gonna get they behind whoop and brag. They are not gonna let Jackson State come over there.
You saying you don't think they'll let Jackson come to brag?
Mm-mm. They don't want them. They don't want those problems.
You know what? To be honest with you, you know what I would like?
Undefeated.
But look, the thing would be if they could. I don't know if Mr. Campbell always says no. I wish they could play Jackson at Doak Campbell.
Where?
Doak Campbell. You know about Doak Campbell?
No. At Florida State?
Yeah, that's on the campus of Florida State.
Hell no. No.
But I'm saying
not. Absolutely not.
Yes.
No.
Listen, if that would be 40,000, 50,000.
No.
Especially with the night game. Yes, it would. I'm telling you now. Yes.
We ain't going over there in them folks. I mean, they might, if they gave it to Cozy for free.
Huh?
They're going to give it to Cozy for free?
You said, would they get the stadium for free?
Are they going to give it to Coach Cozy for free? Or is Cozy
I doubt it. Now, they used, when I was in college, they would always take Tennessee State to Doak Campbell. That was back in the 70s. They would take, but they haven't done that.
If there's one thing that we are not going to do, we are definitely not going to Florida State to play anything. That's almost like an insult. I feel like that's.
Why would that be an insult?
Because the history, the current history, the backyard dealings of what they're trying to do to FAMU.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely not.
Well, like I said, I mean, you could take it. It could go to brag, but you know what? Like I said, I would love to see that be that Bowl City Classic down in Jacksonville.
All right, so you got FAMU at number 1.
Right.
You got Jackson State at number 2. Who's coming in at number 3?
Alabama State.
Oh. Body been in the Montgomery? Has he been bodying it?
Who is that?
Andrew Body, the most
Oh, yeah.
anticipated.
But now, you know, the word is that some kid over there, transfer, is pushing Body real hard.
I mean, you want to have a quarterback room that's very competitive. That's what you
Yeah,
want.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's not a given that he's going to be the starting quarterback. But you know what? I got a feeling that a lot of these coaches, I was thinking about Southern today. Southern might do it. I could see them doing it at Alabama State. Some of these schools are going to play two quarterbacks for at least the first 2 or 3 games.
You know who does that dual quarterback system? When he just doesn't have an outright number one? Coach Maynard.
Yeah, that's right.
Ask him if he. I didn't get a chance to ask him because he bit me and threw me off guard.
Yeah,
I asked him about his quarterback room, and he told me about some of his quarterbacks. He said that he has a freshman quarterback that's 6'8", but I can remember him doing it. So a lot of times coaches don't necessarily like to play two quarterbacks because you get the other quarterback out of rhythm. They're second guessing their game.
Well, you do it in the earliest part of the season when you see. I can remember FAMU when they had Jose Laureano. They had the kid they called the Mad Bomber. He was from Temple. And they had a guy named Mike Moran. The first 2 games, I think they played 3 quarterbacks. But eventually the kid from Temple was the Bonner. His name was, I know the last name was Bonner.
So basically just like letting them get their feet wet or seeing which types
Yeah,
of
you let it, the early games, you play all 3 and you see what they look like. Because like I said, I remember FAMU, this was in 98. They played 3 quarterbacks the first 2 or 3 games. And this kid, I think his name was it Patrick Bonner? Hey, FAMU, what was that boy's name? Y'all called him the Mad Bomber. He was last name was Bonner.
For Jackson State, I will say this. Coach T.C. Taylor talked about the quarterback room, but last year he had packages for all of his quarterbacks, right? So even if you have a main quarterback, there's times when their helmet might come off, or you know, the coach might want to talk to him, so he'll pull the quarterback. And so I think playing a different quarterback is okay in certain situations. They said Patrick.
Yeah, that was him. He came to FAMU from Temple. He came to them from Temple. He had 1 year eligibility with them. He threw for about 3,000 or 4,000 yards that year.
They love getting a 1 year quarterback. Good Lord.
And he was one of the best too, baby.
He was one of the best?
Yes, he was.
Are you serious?
Yes, I watched him. He ran something they called the Gulf Coast offense, and he was awesome.
All right, so who you got coming in 4th on the East? We have number 1 Jackson State. Let me go ahead.
Alabama A&M. I give it to Alabama A&M.
Alabama A&M comes in 4th?
Yeah,
ooh,
Alabama A&M.
Okay,
and
so
then,
let me write this down. Mr. Ford's ranking.
And Valley bring up the rear.
You forgot about Bethune-Cookman.
Oh, okay. You know what? Wait a minute.
And you forgot about.
Right. I forgot about. Wait a minute. That's great.
You forgot about.
You know what?
Okay, so I'm gonna read them off what you got so far. FAMU comes in 1st, Jackson State comes in 2nd, Alabama State comes in 3rd. You put Alabama A&M 4th. You keeping it like that?
No, let's put Cookman in. Let's put Cookman at 4th, and then Alabama A&M, and then Valley. Let's go with that.
Valley gonna knock somebody's head off. They gonna knock somebody's
Bethune
head.
Cookman, I think. You know what? If Bethune Cookman can get a quarterback, I think they're gonna make some noise. If they get a quarterback, because they went and got some quarterbacks. They got some kids down there. And by the way, I think FAMU has 6 quarterbacks on the roster, right? Is it 6?
Who?
FAMU. They have 6 quarterbacks on the roster, right?
I asked.
They took a picture. I'm trying to tell you, they took a picture, at the scrimmage, was it the last scrimmage or something? It was 6 quarterbacks on there.
Let me go ahead and go look and go medal on their page.
Yeah, it was 6. It was 6 quarterbacks. They
He
took a
said that he
picture,
didn't.
and then on the picture was the quarterback coach, Coach
How
Burris.
are you? First of all, you're not even on Twitter, so how are you seeing this? Are you on your wife's Twitter?
Yeah, I saw it. I saw a picture, and
You
it
are
was
a lurker, Mr. Ford.
listen, and it was Richardson, it was Meritovich,
Cause
it
I'm trying
was
to figure
Hooker.
out, y'all. Mr. Ford be on Twitter. He just be low key with it. So
Listen,
just,
it's 6. It was 6. It was 6
I'm gonna pull
quarterbacks.
the picture up. I'm gonna pull it up.
Yeah, and Coach Burris was on there. The quarterback coach was on the picture.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You be lurking. Mr. Ford be lurking. Like, so that means that Mr. Ford be all up on Twitter. He probably be reading our comments when we be making fun of Mr. Ford, talking about some listen. And who is making up? Who is Jacobi? Who was saying Jacobian? His name is Jacobian. Mr. Ford be lurking on his wife's Twitter. You ain't slick. Do you be hearing when we be making fun of you and saying, "Did you hear that, Mr. Campbell? Did you hear that?"
Hey, but listen, now one of these kids, now this Richardson kid is supposed to have a strong arm. Okay, who is this? Now
They
this
got
kid.
Meritovich in the middle like he's the front runner. So
Listen, they said Meritovich is like a coach on the field. They said he know the complete offense. He's been in the offense like 3 years. He teaches the other kids the offense. Now, one of these kids, this kid right here next to 14, that's that kid from University of Miami.
17 or 15?
Is it 15? He's from Miami.
Oh, okay, I see.
He was at the University of Miami. This kid 14 is from California, I think. Now, is 17, is this Hooker? 17 is Hooker, right?
I don't know.
I think he's Hooker. Now, I don't know who this kid is by Richardson right here. I don't know who that is.
Hendon Hooker's brother is what number?
I think that's him 17, isn't it? Isn't that him 17?
Mr. Ford be lurking on Twitter, Whitley. We've been calling you out on Twitter. We'd be like, Mr. Ford, I know Mr. Ford got something to say about this.
Hey, Whitley.
And he be on Twitter because how did he figure this out? He was like, no, they posted it. Posted it where, Mr. Ford? On Twitter? He said, yeah.
Yeah, they now I want, who is this kid by Coach Burris? There's a kid right there to his right. Can you see his number? What's his number?
Well, see, this is the thing. I'm not gonna say whether okay, so Trey Fisher is the one that is, I'm guessing, Jimbo Fisher's son?
Yeah, that's Jimbo's son. Yeah. He grew up in Tallahassee.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying, who is the quarterback right there next to Coach Burris? You know, what number is that?
I asked him, did he have 6 quarterbacks? And I want to say he told me no, but he said he said that there's some folks that he's not announcing yet because of strategy.
Oh, okay. Well, it's 6. I guess it's 6 right here.
All right, let me see. Because I guess whenever. Okay, so Bryson Martin is number 15. Traven Green, he's a freshman.
What's his number?
Number 16.
Okay.
Austin Hooker is the one from North Carolina A&T.
Yeah, that's now his daddy was legendary at A&T. Did I tell you that?
No, but I have a question because Dave said that they had under 100 yards each game. Was it because they had a slaw offensive line? Like what?
No, they in the wrong conference. That's what's wrong with them. And that's why they're not competitive.
They sold out for Winston-Salem State game.
Oh, okay. Well, they're gonna sell out homecoming too, right?
Oh yeah, homecoming, yeah.
Yeah,
But
they'll
they
sell
were
out homecoming. Aren't they playing Hampton? Who they playing for homecoming? Is it Hampton? Or they playing Norfolk State? Because I think they try to play a HBCU for homecoming.
Daniel Richardson is 5'10", 205 pounds. He's from
That's him. Yeah, they supposedly has a really strong arm too.
He's a graduate student.
Yeah, he's got 1 year left.
He's kind of he's heavy. Him and Junior. I bet you they can take a sack.
Well, I think this kid, this Richardson kid, can run. He's dual threat.
I'm gonna stop watching SWAC football if these boys win.
Well, you might have to stop then.
I didn't say that. Jay White said that.
Oh. Shoot.
All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and see. Y'all are over here being messy. I was just repeating what they said. Let's get over here. So this is your final rankings: FAMU, Jackson State, Alabama State, Bethune-Cookman, Alabama A&M, and Valley. I think that's a great ranking for Mr. Ford. You know, a great
but this team that I think can do some damage. Like I said, I believe that Bethune-Cookman is the team that, the dark horse. Because listen, if they can get a quarterback, now they brought the kid in who played at Oklahoma and, originally went to Penn State, and I think he went to Charlotte. Okay, then they brought the kid from, was it Virginia Lynchburg?
Who bought somebody from Virginia Lynchburg?
Bethune-Cookman.
You know what? Bethune-Cookman released, I don't know, they released their breakdown of the team. I've never seen a team do that. They give out all the tidbits of what's what and who's likely to be a starter. Did you see that article?
No, I missed that one. But I do know that he brought in all them defensive kids from the Pac-12.
Yeah.
He got some kids from Arizona State. He got a kid from UCal, Berkeley. They got some kids coming in on that defense now.
And you know what? Defensively, I felt like Bethune-Cookman was right there.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're going to be really good defensively. Listen, if they can find a quarterback, if Bethune-Cookman finds a quarterback, I think they're going to be a team that we're going to have to watch because they're going to hurt somebody.
Okay. I'm just going to take a short little break and share this right here, which is Jayytv Vidz. Of course, as we all know, Jackson State volleyball team, they were SWAC champions last year. The coach retired, and then one of the coaches, I want to say, they bought in some coaches and elevated some coaches. But Jayytv Vidz announced that they are doing a fundraiser similar to the Jackson State women's soccer team. The goal is to raise $7,500. And so, oh wow, they already done raised $1,700. They ain't playing no games. Thank you, Harvey Hereford. But anyway, I'm gonna drop that raise snap in the chat. So, $10, $20, $50, $100, whatever you can donate to these young ladies. They had an awesome season last year, and we want to support all sports, not just football. Okay. All right. Now back to our regular scheduled live. Mr. Ford. I'm going to go ahead and rank mine.
Okay.
Okay. Number 1, I have Jackson State.
The year of the tiger, isn't it?
Yes, the year of the tiger.
Year of the tiger.
Number 2, I have Alabama State.
Wait a minute. I know good well you putting Alabama State over FAMU.
And they have like 50 transfers.
Okay, listen, that's disrespectful. You know that, right? That's disrespectful.
Wait a minute. Why
That's
is it
disrespectful.
disrespectful?
You gonna put Alabama State over FAMU?
Do you know that they had lost another one of their offensive linemen outside of
Okay,
the
I'm gonna
ones
say it
they already
again.
lost?
That's disrespectful.
Well, didn't nobody respect us last year, so
I told you before the season started, them people told me. I met up with them Rattlers and they said Dion is gone.
How's Mr.
I told you that.
And I met up with mine on the Guard the Yard group chat in the other chat, and they said Willie is gone.
Willie is gone. Willie gone.
Willie gone.
Willie gone.
Hey, Willie gone.
He gone.
He gone. Told the girl.
Gone.
Boy, Willie.
Oh, okay. Willie. No. Okay, so the same way that they said Dion gone.
Dion gone.
Everybody's saying Willie gone. Why is it that
Dion gone.
boy, if you don't get over there, go. Oh wow. So Alabama State is coming in at number 2.
Okay.
Coming in at number 3, I ain't gonna disrespect y'all like that. I ain't gonna do y'all like that. That fall from grace. Or all right,
Listen.
I was gonna put Bethune-Cookman at 3rd, but
you've been disrespectful.
I said FAMU's number 3.
You know, one of the things that they highlighted down in FAMU's camp was the disrespect of the FAMU football program by the media. You know that, right?
Wait, don't include me in that.
You the media, and you disrespecting them boys.
I have not disrespected
Yeah,
FAMU at all.
so what you picking them last? What you picking them on the Valley?
First of all, you disrespected Jackson State by saying we were 4th. In the beginning of the preseason.
That was before I knew the personnel.
And this is now that I know that FAMU has lost some really key pieces on that offensive line.
And they picked up a lot of. Listen, FAMU 3 deep on that offensive line. They 3 deep on that offensive line.
If I didn't know any better, I would think that you was Mr. Campbell's twin.
No,
right.
I'm not Mr. Campbell's twin.
Yeah,
I'm older than Mr. Campbell. I'm older than Mr. Campbell.
I'm talking about the way you talking about FAMU. Listen.
No, I'm just saying, I told you what I tried to do. I went in and looked at everybody's roster. And I told you the other night, I said, listen, one thing I realized, 2 schools, when it came to Jackson State, that linebacker room at Jackson State is locked and loaded. I mean, it's deep. And the same thing with Prairie View, their linebacker room is locked and loaded. It is deep.
Okay, so I'm gonna really seriously, I'm going to really hone in on why I say that they have lost some key pieces. And you know what? Instead of utilizing Jackson State, right? Or no, I'm gonna use Jackson State to talk about it, okay? So Jackson State lost their quarterback, right? When we lost
Jackson State.
We lost our head coach.
Yeah.
We lost our quarterback, right?
Right.
And we lost some key coaches on top of that, right?
Right.
And so off the rip, Jackson State was not going to be ranked first in anybody's poll, regardless of if we had won the SWAC. Last year, you gave FAMU the benefit of the doubt, right? So what I'm saying is that FAMU has lost their quarterback. They've lost their head coach, who was also their offensive coordinator. Yes, you're saying Mr. Henry knows the offense and is going to run through that offense, but let's just keep it a buck. Offensively, FAMU would struggle in some instances to get a good start, right? Last season, first quarter and second quarter was always lackluster.
Well, that was because of Musa and his up and down play. It wasn't about the school. It was all about Musa. He was just so up and down in the first half. He really was terrible in the first half of most of those games. He was terrible.
Right. And now you don't even know who QB1 is right now. I mean, you're saying Maritovich.
Yeah, I think it'll be Maritovich.
Okay.
Yeah.
And even at his worst, they never pulled Musa. I'm talking about fans was literally livid with Musa.
Listen, the 220, what you know that quarterback, what do they call themselves? The
220 quarterback club.
Listen, they told Willie to pull him. And Willie told him, he told him, you don't run my program.
Right.
You don't run my program.
Ooh.
Yeah, they told him in the meeting to pull him.
Okay. So, I mean, you know, I'm just saying. That's all I'm going to say is.
Huh?
So, you know, that's all I'm saying is that there's a good reason for why I have them. And it's not being biased. It's literally taking a look at who.
Wait a minute. You got FAMU what, third or fourth?
Third.
Okay, that's disrespectful. That's disrespectful.
No, it's not.
And I told you that's one of the emphasis of that camp that was really reinforcing. Now, let's say one of the things that really upset them boys down there in Tallahassee was that SWAC media day over there in Birmingham, and picking folks like Alcorn and Alabama State to win the East and the West. And neither one of them gonna do nothing.
Oh, you don't think Alabama State gonna do nothing?
They ain't gonna do nothing.
Oh,
and Alcorn ain't either. They not gonna do nothing either.
Well,
now they said now the word is
about Alcorn. I don't know where Alcorn
defense
came from.
they said it's top notch. The defense is top notch, but they saying that offense right now is so far behind it ain't even funny. So
who said that?
Yeah, I'm telling you. But they said the defense is top notch. They said the defense looks really great. You know, the head coach runs the defense, and he brought that guy in that what you call him, Gales or something. He's gonna run the offense. And they said the offense ain't looking good at all.
Well, then I'm glad that he didn't take the wide receiver position then.
Well, he took a bigger position. He's the offensive coordinator.
I know, but you're making it seem like they ain't doing nothing. So
yeah, they said the offense ain't looking worth nothing. Now that's the word I'm getting.
That our defense and our offense is looking good at Jackson State.
Oh yeah,
I don't want to say too much, but we got us some linebackers.
Oh yeah, I told you that. Now I read the whole. Y'all went out and got 15 linebackers, didn't you? How many linebackers did they think?
Cookman fourth and not fifth. JSU forever. Do you really think that Alabama A&M is going to do better than Bethune-Cookman?
Huh?
JSU forever said, "Why is Bethune-Cookman fourth and not fifth?" And I said, "I feel like Bethune-Cookman's."
Listen, if Bethune-Cookman finds a quarterback, they gonna knock off at least 2 or 3 schools in the East. But they got to find a quarterback. They got to get a quarterback. I need somebody. They need a quarterback. If they can get a quarterback, you better watch them Wildcats.
Wildcats.
I was about to say that you play that song. We need to play that song.
Let's go
Wildcats. Yeah, we need to play that song. I'm telling you now, if they find a quarterback down there in Daytona Beach, it's on and it's popping.
An inside linebacker from Prairie View A&M signed with the Atlanta Falcons, Story Jackson.
Oh, he did. And listen, Quentin Bale, you know, he's from Prairie View. He's starting for the Miami Dolphins.
What?
Yes, and Chris Blair is here with the Falcons too. You know, he was the wide receiver from Alcorn. He's with the Falcons. He hadn't been cut.
See, congratulations.
Yeah, but I always did like that black kid, man. Chris Black could play.
I want
like
to say, it was in the chat earlier, Davis. I'm gonna say it like the people on the NFL Network. Ricards. I don't know why they said that.
Just called it, isn't his nickname Peanut?
I didn't know that. Davius signed with the Roughnecks.
Yeah, Houston, right?
So, you know, these boys, so it's interesting whenever the NFL draft happens and everybody's like, oh, they didn't draft anybody. And then when it comes time for the actual NFL, Whitley said it's Pee Wee. I hope she's
Pee Wee. That's right. That's right. Pee Wee. That's what they call it. Pee Wee. Right. That's right, Miss Whitley.
But when it actually comes time to preseason and then actual NFL, nobody hones in on who did what and who signed with who and who signed what. They don't do that. And that's where it really counts. Forget getting drafted. Did you make the team?
Yeah, because Alabama State got a couple of DBs up there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, nobody huh?
Hey, everybody. Can y'all hear me?
Not you, Mr.
Yeah, we hear you.
Hey, this is see, because what happens is I say Jay and Mr. Ford thinks I'm talking about him, but Mr. Ford, we call you Mr. Ford, we don't call you Jay.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying now Alabama State has some DBs in the league, right?
Yep, they got a couple.
That's what I'm saying. They're getting to be DBU, I think.
What?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so it looks like them Houston Oilers, former Houston Oilers, are getting some folks in the league.
Getting some people in the league. Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad that you're on, Jay, because Jay is going to tell us a little bit about the merge that happened today. Jackson State, of course, as you know, the Sonic Boom of the South has their annual show where they merge the freshman class and what is it called, Jay? I don't know. I don't want to say it incorrectly. I don't want to use incorrect terms.
Yeah, the freshman.
Okay, the freshman just merges with
the
upperclassmen. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask Jay a question. Now, Jay, is the Boom, they're going to be the largest HBCU band this year?
Well, from my knowledge, I was told that the members for this year will be 310. So
that's a lot.
Sure, if they'll be the largest.
Because you know, Prairie View always put a lot of kids out there too.
Hey, Jerome.
Oh, what's up, Jerome?
Hey, do y'all love?
Brother Jerome.
Mr. Ford.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, all is well, sir. How you doing?
All right.
Did you see our this is footage basically this would be the entrance or is it the exit?
Yeah, this is the exit. They're outside.
Okay, so this is after they've all merged.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Where's my pom-pom at?
It's on the doc said, can you drop the link?
Yeah.
Mr. Money, you think they're ready for the 100? They're ready for the 100 to come to
The 100
Jackson.
ain't coming. Sorry,
They're ready
got
for the 100.
Mr. Ford, you asking the wrong question. Is the 100 ready for the moon?
It's 100. What, Mr. Monica, what you call him? 237, right? What you call him?
Hey, hold up. That's Whitley, the negative 237.
The 237.
Yeah, the negative 237.
Boy, the 100 is going to come out there on the 19th of October. Y'all better start hoping it. Boy, when that 100 come.
120 freshmen. Roger Lynn and Grandma.
Boy, they nothing like that. Get ready, something else, man.
Yes.
Boy,
About to
ain't
make me
nothing
go
like
bust out my marching megaphone. I'm sorry.
that. Yeah.
Jay, go ahead and share with us some inside deets from straight from the merge.
Oh, what's up, Doc? I didn't see you jump on. Let's say it again, Timona.
Go ahead and give us.
Doc, you got your game on Dallas, and I'm watching Dallas, and this is the Raiders.
The 100 ain't coming to Jackson, Mr. Ford.
You know the 100 coming. That game's gonna be national televised. Right now that's supposed to be the top game in HBCU football. You know the 100's coming.
No, they're not. They're all out of funds.
Listen, that game is gonna be for the championship of the SWAC, and the team that goes to the Celebration Bowl. You think the 100 ain't coming? Yeah, they coming.
They get paid for appearances. If they not getting paid, see, she already setting it up. JS, didn't come to brag. They talk about something from my son wasn't even born, and they over here talking about Jackson State didn't come to us, so we ain't gonna come to them. Okay, okay.
They didn't in 2014. How about that?
Wait, what happened?
Don't y'all start no mess. 100 coming to Jackson now.
What happened, Jerome? Jerome said
The last
2014.
time they came to Jackson was in 1998. That was the last time the 100 came to Jackson.
They're coming in 2024. They'll be there in 2024. You can bet that.
They ain't coming. JSU didn't come to brag, but family or the 100 didn't come to Jackson State. So are we going to continue to do this tit for tat, or what's up?
Absolutely. You know we petty.
We super petty.
Oh Lord.
Really think about it, but if you really think about it, yeah, they're not coming because we can't. I mean, we've seen each other for like the last 2 years in the Orange Blossom Classic. So there's 3 years. So they haven't came to Jackson since 1998.
But let's be real, y'all. The 100 is not on the Sonic Boom caliber. We're not checking for them. If we were talking about Southern, even Prairie, y'all talking about 100. Every time they play, it sounds like Frank Sinatra saying, "Come on, y'all, we ain't checking for them. They ain't got no smoke. They don't want this smoke." Love the boom.
You said, hey, Jerome, you said we'd rather have Prairie View come to Jackson than 100.
We'd rather have Prairie View. Come on, y'all. Even Valley. And Valley got their numbers up now. Ain't nobody checking for no FAMU. Only people checking for FAMU is FAMU.
Valley got their numbers up, but they sound like pots and pans over there in the Delta.
They still sound better than FAMU. Nobody checking for them. They boring. What they gonna do is get on the field and gyrate and twerk for 82 counts and get off the field. Come on, y'all. But
somebody been taking fentanyl or something.
If whoever thinks we checking for FAMU, that's who taking meth.
Yeah, I'm serious. Somebody taking fentanyl or something.
Listen,
FAMU sound worse than Valley.
They sound horrible. This ain't the old FAMU, Mr. Ford. Come on now, we know that.
All right.
They ain't been right since that situation. So
I'll bring that back up.
let's go ahead and wait. Let's go ahead and get a
Oh.
look. Let's get a for the Jay. Go ahead, Jay. You got it.
Lord, Willie said y'all got about 100 flag boys and girls taking a vacation.
That's what it is.
Oh boy.
Literally, that's what it is. They have.
They
no
got- they
Okay,
do
so
got a
here's
lot
what I'm gonna say.
They got
What
a
I
lot
was
of flag
told
girls
was
and boys.
they wanted folks to pay for them to come, and it's like that's not how home and homes work. We don't pay for the band to come. You know, they was like,
Isn't that
well,
ghetto?
it's like, well, you know,
That is the most ghetto proposition I've ever heard in my life.
yeah, we're not gonna pay for you to come to a home and home. I mean,
Mr.
you
Ford,
gotta
I'm
take
gonna
the
tell
first
you.
step.
Wait,
If y'all come to Jackson State, we'll come to Bragg.
Wait tomorrow.
2005.
So, Mr.
Take
Ford,
over Bragg,
this is why, Mr. Ford, this is why I always say we got to get these people out of our company. We ain't never had no philosophy or mentality like that where we got to pay the other band to come. We got to get these jokers back to the MEAC, Mr. Ford. It's going to happen. I believe in this new president. I know that he's going to make the right decision. He's going to turn this thing around. He's going to send them right back to the MEAC, where they belong.
Hey, Jerome. The
Whoa.
MEAC don't want them back, though.
Hey, they can go to the Big South. We don't want them either.
Damn.
The MEAC, listen, if they don't get some new leadership in the MEAC, they gonna go the way of the dinosaurs. They gonna cease to exist. All this money that SWAC passing out, you think South Carolina State and them ain't taking an interest in that? You think they don't know it? They better get some new leadership over there.
You're gonna have to come with something. You can't just be coming, and we ain't talking about drama. You have to come with something, and we ain't talking about drama.
Hey, I got a question for you, Mr. Ford. Since you an alum CAU,
right?
Have you been by the campus and seen the stadium? Them putting
I've
down
seen
the
the
red
picture.
turf?
I saw a picture of it. Yeah, with the red turf.
Mm-hmm. What is your thoughts about that?
I'm just glad they put in. You know, that's the first time they put in a new turf since '96. So I was happy that we got a turf. Period.
They ain't put no turf in since the dang
since the Olympics. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, and the other thing we upset about, you know, Clark now owns Morris Brown Stadium, right? And
so when they own Herndon Stadium.
Yeah, Clark owns that stadium, but instead of redoing it or refurbishing it, Clark is talking about tearing it down. Where they're saying that they're going to tear it down and build dormitories over there. But everybody's saying, you know, you should preserve it. It's a beautiful place. I mean, it's, you know, it's gone through some problems, you know, because it's been, you know, ramshackled and all that. But I don't want them to tear it down. I was hoping they would redo it.
Okay.
Well,
I didn't know
Jay,
I talked about this earlier. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, Jay, can you fill us in a little bit about the merge? What did you like? What did you dislike? What did you see? We need some inside deets on it because it was a big event, and I feel like Sonic Boom of the South did a really good job of rolling it out. Jay.
Yeah, I'm here. I forgot my mic was muted. But yeah, it was a very good event. I liked everything I saw. I want to give a huge shout out to Miss Ariel Woods. She's the female J5 that y'all saw in the video, and she's the first female since 2017. So I would like to give a shout out to her. I really like everything that I saw. As far as like music selections, I don't think they played any new songs like at the mergers. I think they brought back mainly like old songs. Like for instance, they brought back "Ain't Worried About Nothing" from 2013, and what was another one? And they brought back "Family Ties" from 2021.
Let me see if this is a video of that. Let me see. Let me see what video this is. You said Family Ties. Let me see what song this is. And the count that we got earlier was like roughly 310 people total.
Yes. Yeah, this one size right here.
That thing is jumping, honey.
Oh yeah.
They had a lot of new freshman J sets. They bought in a large number. But anyway, the rollout was really, really dope. Which section? Can you talk a little bit about, because you was in the band, and Jerome, can you talk a little bit about like your experience?
Well,
versus
yeah, let me just say, hats off to the Sonic Boom Alumni Association. They did a wonderful job feeding the band once again today. So shout out to all the Boom alumni that's in the chat. Thank you, Dr. Carl Cunningham, president of the SBAA. I will say the band, they sound mid-season form already. And thoughts and prayers to everybody that's going to be sitting across from the Boom this fall, because, wow. I mean, but and to Jay's point, they brought a lot of songs back from 2013 and 14. And the trumpet, man, on Tiger San Pedro.
Yeah, that song, I forgot. They did that one too. I really like that one too.
Yeah, the sousaphones held it down as normal, dog team. And, just, looking at the level of discipline in this band, as big as they are, it's very, very impressive. I did get a chance also to see, today was kind of like a rollout day for all the HBCU bands. Mr. Ford, Tuskegee got some numbers for the first time in a minute, man. And
what you talking about? About 120, 150? What we talking?
Well, I got to go back to the video, but they look pretty big, for Tuskegee. And South Carolina State, they're back to where they were like about maybe the 2010s, late 2000s.
Oh, when Missy Ellis was there?
Yeah, they've got some numbers,
man. They
got about, what do you think? What do you think, Jerome? About 220, 225?
Yeah, they look about 220, 25. They got a lot of tubas, a lot bigger than they were last year. And last year they were small. It sound good. Who else? Alabama A&M. I saw their rollout today. They got a pretty big band. They got some gold brass tubas this year. I haven't seen Southern. Normally Southern will do their rollout today with the Boom as well. But it seems like everybody across, HBCU land has beefed up. A couple of weeks ago, well, actually last weekend, we had our Queen City HBCU cookout at Johnson C. Smith, and their band came out to perform. And Mr. Ford, they're over 100 members this year. So,
Johnson C. Smith.
Yes, sir. So it seems like everybody gets the numbers involved.
They had back in what was that, early 2000? They had a pretty good band up there at Johnson C. Smith.
They did.
But I think they got rid of that director. He's kind of eccentric, but they got rid of him. But this one, Jerome, let me ask you this. Now, is Jackson State going to be over 10,000? I mean, for the school enrollment?
So not this fall, but we're definitely trending towards increased enrollment. And it looks like everybody is, But, Jackson State has done a great job of looking for, alternative housing options. And they're really quality options. So we're back on track, and we're definitely moving back towards 10,000.
What now, Alcorn is about what, 3 or 4?
Last I saw, I think there were like 2,500 or 3,000 students at Alcorn.
Yeah, around about that. It's right about that much, about 3,000 students.
Yeah.
Alabama.
I don't think.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
But I'm not bad, but I don't think Alcorn would actually get bigger. I mean, I think they would stay probably between maybe 2,800 to 3,000 students on that go to the school for enrollment.
And Valley, what is Valley's projection as far as enrollment?
Valley's been growing over the last couple of years. I don't know what their incoming class looks like this year, but their president, he's been doing a great job of consistently moving their enrollment trending upward. So,
if I'm not mistaken, they're close to 2,000.
They're over 2,000.
Oh, they are.
They're over. Yeah,
and by the way, did Valley get an AD yet?
I haven't heard any word about it.
Brass said that Prairie View might as well get hyped for the band given the status of their football team. That's what said about Prairie View, right? You was talking about Prairie View. Prairie View might as well get hyped for the band given the status of the football team. Is that who he was talking about?
They were the largest HBCU band. That was a few years back. Prairie View was the largest HBCU band.
Come on, Sid. You gotta have some sort of excitement for your football team. Yeah, they went to the SWAC. They've been to the SWAC championship for 2 out of 3 years. Come on.
I think offensively they're gonna be better. I can't wait to see their defense. I want to see what they did. But Doc, did you see the linebacker room at Prairie View?
I paid attention a little bit to it.
They went and got some people now.
They get a chance to see the whole
roster. They brought in about 10, 15 kids in that linebacker room. Them and Jackson State's got probably the most 2 impressive linebacker rooms in the SWAC.
I mean, linebackers were where we faltered at last year. The depth wasn't there. And then special teams. And you know what?
You got them now.
Absolutely.
You got them now.
Yeah.
And Mr. Ford Pomona, it's looking like the whole state of Mississippi going to be at that ULM game. So be on the lookout. I know it's going to be on TV, but we're going to be deep.
I think y'all going to beat. You know what? I'm going to go out on the limb. I think y'all going to beat them. Because I saw something. I was in the store one day. They got a new coach over there. They had to go out and get a bunch of transfer portal people. So I think y'all gonna beat them. I think y'all beat them.
It's gonna be us and playing us in the refs. But as long as we gotta, our kids gotta have discipline. If there was ever a word of the game versus ULM, it's discipline. We know how they kind of stacked the cards against Jackson State the last time we were there, which is interesting that we would still keep going to their school instead of them coming to us. But I guess it wasn't.
No, they FBS. You always if you FCS, you got to go to FBS.
Okay, that's the rule.
You got to go to them. Yeah, they're high level school.
Well, I'm gonna say this: if we win, Jackson State fans, sing Jackson Fair.
It's gonna be a lot of shit talking.
Get up out of there. After you sing Jackson Fair, hit I-20.
It's gonna be a.
Why you say hit I-20?
Look, North Louisiana is interesting. Mr. Ford, you can probably speak on that, but
yeah. I'll tell you what, if you beat ULM, you possibly could go undefeated now.
Them rankings will change real quick after week 1.
If you win that game, it's on.
You might well put us in the FCS top 10 if we win against ULM.
And you know they call ULM the ghetto of the Sun Belt. That's what they call them, the ghetto of the Sun Belt.
Ooh.
And for the folks that's going to the game, make sure you bring your own water. Trust me on this. You will thank me later.
Ew.
Yeah.
They peeing in water bottles? What's going on?
It ain't that.
That's not how that works.
It ain't that. It's oh my God. I lived in North
Mr.
Louisiana.
Force, do you have something you want to say to Blue? Blue is Blue.
Yeah,
Oh, Blue.
yeah.
Blue always shoot me
Listen,
down, man.
let me say this: the Blue, you called out that kid Cam Ward 2 or 3 years ago. That kid is, you know what? That kid could possibly win the Heisman Trophy. I saw some clips of him. He's had a really good preseason camp. The fall camp, he's done really well. I think that guy's gonna bring you to University of Miami back, man. And you own that kid from the time he was at Incarcerate Word. You really played him up, and you know what? He could possibly win the Heisman Trophy. This is his third school. He's Incarcerate Word, Washington State, and now he's at the University of Miami. And they loving him down there at that's Coral Gables.
Well, what did he do at Washington State?
He blew out Deion. He put 42 points on the Colorado in the first half.
Yep.
Damn.
And they knocked this, and Shadur Sanders got sacked 10 times in the game. They took him out and said his back was messed up.
He just was tired of seeing
threw
his
for over
son
three.
lose.
He threw for over 35. He threw for about almost 4,000 yards that season. Last season, had about 20-something touchdowns. He can swing. He can sling.
Listen, they saying that him and the kid. There's a boy, not a boy. There's a young man up at Florida State, DJ Amalale. Was it Amalale? What's his name?
Blue, what's his name, Blue?
Yeah, they said they're the two top quarterbacks in the. They're the two top quarterbacks in the ACC.
Well,
hey, I got a question for Blue. I got a question for Blue and Mr. Ford. What's going to be the bigger upset? JSU over ULM or North Dakota State over Colorado?
North Dakota State over Colorado.
That is not a biggest upset.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
And not only that, when North Dakota beats Colorado, they're gonna put that moving van in front of Deion's house. So that's gonna be it right there for him, baby. Because all that foolish talking he done did this summer and talking about he gonna take on CBS, it's time for him to go.
They not gonna let him finish out the season?
If North Dakota State knocks him off, he won't make a half a season.
Now if they knock them out, if they score more than 14, if they beat them by more than 14 points, yeah, you can say this season is a whole wash for them.
Yeah, listen, they ain't gonna let Deion do a half. If he loses to North Dakota State, he will get axed by the half the season.
Yeah, tomorrow they U-Haul right there in front of his house.
Yeah, they're gonna get him. All that talking he done. You know that little money he got in. He think he can talk back to CBS. Oh, okay. Yeah, right.
Mr. Ford, if Deion leaves, you think he's gonna come back to the HBCU space?
I don't think nobody. Well, you know what I was about to say. I don't think nobody touch him, but I don't know.
Deion said,
There's a lot of people haven't forgot how he besmirched and maligned Jackson State on the way out the door, and all of it was lies. You know, he claimed that Jackson State took money from him, but that has never been proven. He played victim, he gaslighted, but he never proved nothing. And so that's why I don't know if anybody would touch him.
Mr. Ford, these folks do not care. They thought that it was funny.
No, I don't know about that.
Yes,
I don't know.
They relished in that. Like, see, that's what y'all. Ha 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 ha. Yes, they did.
I honestly believe there is an HBCU or several who will take Deion if he leaves Colorado.
Man, what?
Who?
Mississippi Valley, I know, right?
I'm gonna tell you like this.
You think he not going
to the Valley.
So
you think he gonna be a little old Edabina?
Let me tell you.
They travel from Canada to Edabina every day.
Listen, there's some Alabama A&M folks who are insinuating that he would go to A&M since his daughter is playing basketball there. I could see North Carolina A&T taking a look at him.
Yeah, you know what?
Deion is not coming to live in Greensboro.
You never know. Well, I think he wants to follow where, because now, like I tell everybody, Shadur will be with the first round. He'll be one of the top 3 or 4 quarterbacks drafted. He's going first round. He'll be, I don't know if he'll be the number 1 draft choice, but he'll be second, third, or fourth. He's going to be drafted in the first round.
So Dion can't taunt the Colorado and say, if I don't coach, my son doesn't play, like he did at Jackson State for the Celebration Bowl.
Boy, they'll remove him.
Because that's what he said at Jackson State. If I don't coach, my son don't play. So he can't do that at Colorado. It don't work that way.
Well, like I said, if North Dakota knocks him off, he's out of there by halfway. But
You might as well let him continue. Everybody else that was at Colorado had abysmal seasons.
nah, like you said the other night, they in the Big 12 now. They
What's
don't
up?
need him. They don't need him.
Jayytv Vidz.
He's more trouble than he's worth.
All Dion will say is God sent me back, and some idiot school will fall for it.
Yeah, like I said, yeah.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
God told me that I need to start talking about him again.
Well, when he went to Colorado, he stopped talking about God. You don't remember that? The atheist up there told him not to come up there talking like that, and he didn't. He stopped talking. It was at Jackson State. God talked to him every day. God talked to him every day.
Where he can't talk about God out loud.
That's right. That's right. That's right. He couldn't talk about God up in Boulder.
The devils. That's right.
You ain't gonna be lying on God up here.
What do you think about Alcorn or the UAPB Lions?
Who do I think is better, Alcorn or the UAPB Lions? UAPB Lions.
No, Alcorn, baby. They just got to get that offense together. That defense, they tell me that defense looking stout. Just got to get that offense together.
Pine Bluff been moving in silence over there.
Does that mean they've been moving in silence because they ain't been doing nothing, or because they
got to show me?
You from the? I'm from Missouri. I'm from the show me stage.
That's right. I want to see it. I got to see what they got.
Come on, Mr. Ford.
You didn't do the West. You didn't do the West, Mr. Ford. What you got? Who's leading out the West?
You know that West is hard, baby. That's that wild, wild West.
Yeah, because last year you
West
cleared out every single coach. You said, they're gonna have to get rid of him. They're gonna have to get rid of him. They're gonna have to get rid of him. You cleared out every coach in the West except for Prairie View and UAPB. That's 4 coaches.
You clear out the whole division.
That West is gonna be competitive, y'all. Now, I'm gonna tell you, if I had right now, I would have to go with Prairie View or Southern.
As number 1?
Yeah.
Prairie View or Southern. You gotta pick one.
Listen, for history, legacy, and all of that, it's gotta be Southern.
Damn.
It gotta be Southern.
All right, who's number 2?
Like Prairie View.
Wow. Who's number 3?
Grambling.
Okay.
But you think about this though, Prairie View, like the West is like, I call it the gladiator unit. Mike, can you hear me? I call Prairie View the gladiator unit. Like they you know, it's like a big game week after week, you know what I'm saying? Week after week after week. Like you got.
Well, the thing with Prairie View now, if they get their defense together, because I'm telling you now, with the guy that they bringing in, that offense is going home. The thing about Prairie View is we got to see what that defense is going to do. What is that defense going to be like? Now, if they get a defense,
they was lackluster twice.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what though? They gave up a lot of points. And they gave up a lot of points.
If they get that defense together, Prairie View is going to be very dangerous because that offense is going to be all right.
So who's number 4? You got Southern, Prairie View, Grambling. Who next?
I guess we'll go with Pine Bluff, right?
Dang, you putting Pine Bluff over TSU?
No, I'm sorry. Wait, no.
All right.
After Prairie View, it should be Alcorn, right? Who did I say after Prairie View?
You said Prairie View, and then you said Southern, Prairie View, and Grambling.
Okay, put Alcorn after Grambling.
So you
You
think
want me to
Alcorn
switch
gonna
it?
go?
Dear
Yeah,
Grandma.
I want Grambling third, Prairie View be fourth.
Dang! Southern.
He
Wait,
got no
you
love
said
for
you
me.
want Prairie View fourth.
No, I'm saying, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. This is what I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Give me Southern, Prairie View, Grambling, Alcorn, Pine Bluff, and bringing up the rear should be Texas Southern.
Hey, Timon, I'm about to hop off real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Cause y'all know that's a Pete Richardson reunion down there in Southern. Now y'all know what that means.
No, what
Y'all
does it
know
mean?
revitalization. That's what it means. You know what that means.
You give no love to Prairie View, but
Well, I think,
here's
listen, my thing with Prairie View is I know the offense is gonna hum with the offense coordinator. I told y'all I saw that quarterback room. My only thing with Prairie View is I don't know what kind of defense they gonna. Now I told you I saw the roster, and they brought in about 15 linebackers. That linebacker room is deep.
Linebackers.
Yeah, them linebackers is deep. But now
You think they're going to be playing 3-3-5 with all them linebackers?
you know what? I hate that 3-3-5. I hate it. I've always hated it. I hated it when Dawson Odoms used to run it. I hated it when West Virginia Mountaineers ran it. I hate it.
yeah. When you run that type of defense, you gotta have not just the linebackers, but you gotta have a big enough defensive line, especially that middle, to where they have to take on two blockers at the same
Yeah,
time.
I
So
hate it.
all three of those linemen are basically occupying space. So basically, so your nose tackle / nose guard, which is the one in the middle, he's going on a center guard combination, and then your left end is going against the right tackle, and then your right end is going up against the left guard and the left tackle. And so basically it's supposed to be able to say that the linebackers can flow freely into the gaps and basically when to stop the run. So and then you can also use linebackers for blitzing purposes too. So like you can see like how we see last year where we see Isaiah Peppers just shoot through the gap and get to the quarterback like in 0.3 seconds. That's the way you want to do it. But if you don't have good consistent linebacker play, man, if you don't have a big D line, if you're gonna run that type of system right there, then you're gonna get bullied. So my end's gonna be at least by 280, 290, and then my nose tackle got to be at least 305, maybe 310, maybe 315, because like I said, you got to be a big body. You got to occupy that space. And then your linebackers, you want them to be fast, but you also want them to be big and strong too, because just getting some little linebackers out there that's like maybe like 6'1" and 200 pounds, they'll get their ass knocked into the ground every play. So I'm looking at linebackers, they're probably like 225, 230, 235, but they got speed, change of ability when it comes into blitzing. And then you also want to make sure that they are actually going into that they can actually cover. Even though you got 5 DBs in your defensive backfield, some of your linebackers are going to take care of that middle part of the field. So, like to say, a tight end can come in on an in route. They got to be able to cover that, or the linebacker, not linebacker, but the running back leaks out from the backfield. Somebody covers the flat.
Mr. Ford, I can't believe you got Southern first.
Yeah, listen, like I said, for tradition, and I know the expectations down there in Baton Rouge. I know what they want. and it's going to be, Terrence
Doc
knows
over
he
here
has to
talking about
deliver.
nose tackles and linebackers and
Well, with all that
defenses.
Doc said, listen, the problem with that during 3-3-5 is it's got natural creases in it, and you can run on it
Right.
all day long.
You can run on it all day long.
All day long.
Now, if you want to, you can have. So you can actually have it interchange. You can actually have either a safety come down and act as an extra linebacker, or you can have the extra linebacker come down on the line and become your, like say, your rush in on the defensive line. You can actually switch it to a traditional 4-3, but it all depends. It just all depends on how you do it. Are you a primary blitzing team? Now, if you're a blitzing team, it works for you, but at the end of the day, just like Mr. Ford said, you're gonna have some creases that they can gas you with it, especially when it comes to running the ball.
Right. I wish they'd get rid of it, period. I hate even looking at it.
I'd rather have a three. Get rid of the
looking at it. I hate looking at it. It's nothing. I don't like that.
I'd rather run a 3-4 defense. I'd rather run an old Pittsburgh 3-4 defense.
They said in the chat that you're trolling, Mr. Ford, that Southern will be second to last. They said in the chat that you're trolling, that Southern will be second to last.
Well, let me tell you what Southern season is gonna hinge on: quarterback. Like most people in the SWAC. Now the word is that boy down, that kid they got from Baton Rouge, they think that eventually he's gonna take that position from Noah. Now Noah has the experience and got the rocket arm, but this kid got arm and he's
dual threat.
He's dual threat. And then that kid was offered by all them FBS schools. He chose to come to Southern. And I know Terrence ain't gonna let that kid get away. I know better than that.
So basically, he's not gonna sit for too long.
Yeah, listen, I'm giving that kid what. That's what I'm saying. I do believe Southern is one of those schools. For the first 3 or 4 games, they're gonna play 2 quarterbacks. They're gonna play that kid from Baton Rouge, and they're gonna play Noah, and then they're gonna shake it out from there. But from what everybody's saying, that kid from Baton Rouge is a player. That kid is a player, and that kid was a 3 or 4. I think he was 3. That's Blue. I think he was 3. He was 3-star.
Mr. Ford, you've been listening to too much Perry White and Carlos Brown.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I love Perry. Like I tell you, Perry just got some bad association, but I like Perry and Brandy, and I love Carlos Brown. Them, yeah, I listen to them now. Yeah, I listen to them.
Hey, Tamona, did you talk to Carlos Brown at Media Day?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What do you think about it? You think he the same way when he was the same way behind the camera and behind the microphone with his prediction? Because he did say he got Southern going being first in the West.
Oh, we didn't talk about that. He just asked.
You didn't talk about that? Oh, okay.
No, he just asked me, "Are you SheLovesThee?" Chris Silas says FAMU band has been revealed and they look small. They don't look like the marching 100.
Well, they look like 237.
He said it's the size of Howard's band, Mr. Ford.
Oh,
you lying. You lying. You lying.
Oh.
He didn't say that. He didn't say that.
Oh,
well, I heard
when Vice President Harris become president, that first thing, executive order, is to increase Howard's band to 200 pieces. That should be our first executive order. Take Howard's band 200 pieces.
You said we're gonna put it into existence. President Harris said you got
200 executive order 200. Must have 200 pieces at Howard University. Man, that's our first executive order.
Noah was a 3-star out of New York.
Yeah, he was highly rated. Yeah, I know. He was recruited by a number of ACC schools, I know that.
But he went down
Chris
there
over
because
here
Bruce
spread
Eugene
bad
put the word in.
information. But yeah, they used to. I think somebody told me that back in the 90s and the 2000s that FAMU had almost 400 folks in there in the band.
Yeah, they did. I remember they had been like 400. Yeah, man, they was marching 35 or 40 tubas at one time,
and 130 of them wasn't even going to school.
Yeah, that was one of the things that came out.
Go ahead, Jerome.
Hey, I just wanted to say, Mr. Ford, guess who's going to be playing in Chicago next Labor Day weekend?
Who?
Do y'all love?
Let's go.
No. Who they playing?
They're playing Hampton.
Oh, that's going to be a big one. That's going to be a big one. That's going to be a...
Jerome, were you supposed to drop that information?
Oops, let me go. Bye, y'all.
Oh, I like that. Oh, that's going to be good. That's going to be big. You know what? Don't listen. Hey, what about Willie Simmons at Hampton?
Allegedly.
What about Willie at Hampton?
Dang, Mr. Ford, as much as you be capping for the Rattlers, why are you taking their coach and sending him?
No, he's at Duke. I'm saying because I told you this before. I think he stays at Duke 1 year. By December, Willie Simmons has a new job.
I think he's always at the FBS level.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be back in the HBCU ranks.
Listen, Hampton will pay him $400 or $450, maybe $500,000.
But you know what, Mr. Ford? If he just think about this, I'm just
ain't making no $500,000. Come on now.
I'm saying Hampton will pay him.
It's the CAA. It's a different. There is no celebration bowl. But guess what? They're recently. I don't have the article. The group of fives are trying to get postseason bowls similar to the Celebration Bowl. That's why you should never want.
What about the group of five? They have bowls.
No, I need to pull it up. They want to mimic the Celebration Bowl layout. I think it says.
So I think what they're saying is they trying to do the same thing as far as what the Power Four want to do. Well, they trying to keep the bowl game, but the Power Four want they have the playoffs. They had the playoffs.
No, it wasn't playoffs. It was Celebration Bowl.
I know it's saying. I know you're saying not playoffs, but they want to do something to kind of keep the bowl arrangements alive. But I was thinking about Willie, Mr. Ford. I was thinking about you. Willie would have went to Hampton. You know, if he could pull all those athletes out of 757.
That's Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
But let me tell you something. Where Hampton is, that whole Tidewater area, man, it's nothing but athletes up there. That
so
whole
what do you
area.
think about Chicago, Jackson State in Chicago?
Oh, I've been asking for that a long time. That's gonna be great. Oh, that's gonna be great. Just like that game out there with that in Indianapolis this year, North Carolina Central and Norfolk. That's gonna be a good game. Yeah, that's gonna be great. That's Labor Day weekend when Jackson goes to Chicago.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be great. You know the alums Jackson got up in Chicago.
Yes, that's probably one of Jerome. Isn't that one of our largest chapters?
Yeah, one of our largest chapters.
Listen, they should have been that. Hey, they late on that one. They should have been playing that game.
Yeah, there's a lot of folks already gearing up.
That's gonna be big because everybody in Illinois is from Mississippi.
Isn't
the black people? All of them from Mississippi.
I remember us like going to school my freshman year and going on the yard, and there was a group of students, and they wanted you. It was very much so like rep your city or rep what state you're from. So they always would be like, yeah, we're from Chicago, we're from Chi-Town. And then you had the folks from, yeah, we're from New Orleans or So Chicago was one of the biggest incoming freshmen during that time. So Chicago has a lot of alums there.
That's a great thing. I think that's a great move. Whoever put that together, that was a great idea.
Someone in the chat said, I hope people from Chicago show up.
Oh, they will.
Valley's coach
They
said
will.
he's never
They
going back
will.
to Chicago. So I think that the difference between Valley's experience and Jackson State's experience is that we would bring, what you think, Jerome, 20 to 25,000 on our own?
Well, I think it's gonna be more than that, but I think one of the
No,
biggest
I'm
differences.
talking about in totality. Like if we're talking about alums coming, Jackson State 25,000 would bring 25 by ourselves.
Yeah, I can definitely see 25 because you got to understand, with it being Labor Day weekend, that's going to be kind of like reminiscent to when we played UNLV Labor Day weekend. A lot of people are going to show up to kind of be like a vacation, like a mini vacation.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, Chicago, like their downtown, hands down, I feel like it's the best downtown anywhere. There's a lot of things to get into. I know the Chicago chapter, they're already planning a lot of good stuff. So you're going to see a lot of people flying in from all over.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, similar to, I don't know if y'all remember last year we went to Atlanta for the MEAC SWAC, and you know there were just
And
people.
the Atlanta chapter got into it, got involved.
Yeah, well, you know, just so many alums coast to coast. I met folks from LA and San Francisco, Oakland that flew in, New York.
I actually did a live at the Atlanta Metro chapters tailgate. It was packed.
Yeah. Yeah. So anytime we open up Labor Day weekend or before Labor Day, and it's like in another city, like a big city, a lot of alums, like they come out in droves. So it'll be a lot of fun, a lot of great recruiting, prospective, you know, student athletes and students. You know, they have that band thing that Friday in downtown Chicago. It's kind of like a pep rally. And then I don't know if there's a parade associated with it, but it'll be a great opportunity, you know, an experience.
Oh, yeah, I think this is great. This is outstanding.
How many so Soldier Field?
You mean how many does it hold?
Yeah, somebody said
That's got about 70,000 or 80,000, isn't it?
60,000.
Is that
I believe
it's only
60,000.
Yeah, I believe it's about to renovate.
Remember they took out the old. Yeah, they renovated it. Remember they renovated years ago. They took out a lot of the old seating and put in the newer version of what you see with the stadium. But it's about 60,000. That and it's water, but it's gonna be some. It's still gonna be hot, so don't have to worry about the lake winds from Lake Michigan, where being a bother for us. But I think it.
I think the bigger thing is it's a great opportunity for Jackson State to go on the road and reconnect with these big alumni bases in various areas.
Right.
You know, because sometimes HBCUs in the Deep South, we kind of operate in a bubble after a certain amount of time, and we don't really get out of the Deep South. So this would be a great opportunity for us to kind of reconnect alums in the Midwest. And, you know, there's going to be a lot of alums, you know, that come up from St. Louis and Detroit.
Indianapolis.
Yeah, Ohio.
Yeah,
you know,
that's right.
Within maybe 3 or 4 hour drive. So we're going to have a great time, and definitely look forward to us looking at other cities moving forward.
Like Charlotte?
You already know. I'm already working.
Yeah.
So they said that says they used to incorporate it with Black Expo back in the day.
So Black Expo, that was Mr. Ford, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that was with Indianapolis, the Indianapolis Black.
That was Indianapolis. That was the Circle City Classic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was really big at one time. The minister that started it, he died from prostate cancer, and after he died, it went down.
We need to have for the Chicago Classic, we need to have a Walter Payton parade, because you're going to actually have Jackson State, Walter Payton's school.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. That should go over really big.
Mr. Ford, you think, I know you talked about in the past, the interest in HBCU football has increased. You think we're
Mhm.
going to see? You think we're going to see an increase in attendance and support from these schools?
Oh, yeah, especially this year. Man, we got so many classic games. And like I'm saying, if we get if Bethune-Cookman is competitive and all these, is Alabama State, FAM, Jackson, all those are competitive. Then you go over to the West, if Grambling and Southern are competitive, if Alcorn is
no.
competitive.
In the East,
Wait, hold on. If Prairie View is competitive, man, it's gonna be at least 2 classic games every week.
Mr. Ford, it's not going to be very competitive in the East. We got it all wrapped up. So
I like parity. I like to have parity. In
And that's what they got now. You got a lot of parity.
I don't know what Tom said, but he keeps saying Southern won't be competitive. What is with said in Southern? He does not like Southern.
He went to Prairie View.
Do they got
That's
beef?
rival. Oh, they got big beef.
I know that Southern whooped him at home on the football field before the actual game, but I didn't know that they had a rivalry going on.
They got
that probably goes way back. That was Billy Nix versus Arnett Mumford. At one time, them two people, that's who would win the SWAC. If Mumford didn't win it, then Billy Nix won it. Because I keep telling everybody they don't know the history. Grambling emerged after the death of Arnett Mumford. That's when Grambling emerged.
And then what happened to Grambling, Mr. Ford?
Let me see who brought us down. You remember the debacle when they were supposed to come to Jackson and the kids wouldn't get on the bus? Y'all remember that?
Oh, I remember that.
Why he didn't want to get on the bus?
They wouldn't. They boycotted the football game. It was national news. We was at our low. Oh, it was. And then the thing that I respect that guy. Remember the guy Wale? He gave Grambling some money. What's his name?
Wale, the rapper.
Yeah, remember he gave Grambling some money.
Oh yeah. So the one where that was like 2016 or something like that.
Okay, can you explain why he boycotted? Because they sucked, or they knew they were going to lose?
No, it was terrible. They fired Doug Williams in the middle of the season, and then they made him ride all the way to Springfield. Was it Springfield, Illinois?
Was it to play Southern? Was it to play Southern Illinois?
I thought it was to play Lincoln.
Okay.
They played Lincoln. Then they made them ride all the way up to because Grambling played Alcorn. This is when Jay Hobson was at Alcorn, and they beat us to death up there. And the kids from Alcorn told the kids at Grambling that we flew, and y'all rode a bus up here, and they was pissed off about that. And then it was time for them to come
I really would have been pissed off if Alcorn.
But listen, we were supposed to come to Jackson for Jackson's homecoming, because we ended up having to give y'all 3 games for that. Because that I don't know, was it litigation behind that? Didn't they go to court about that?
Yeah, they went to court behind that. So what happened? So Tamana, what happened was the team, the whole football team from Grambling, boycotted going to Jackson because. Of course, I mean, from Grambling to Jackson ain't nothing but a 2-hour drive, 2.5-hour drive, right? But the thing was, they said like they had mold and mildew in their uniforms, they had mildew in their shoulder pads and stuff like that. They wasn't. Yeah, it's not like they was sharing helm. They didn't share the helmets like what you saw with Bethune.
Mr. Ford, they said y'all was having. Mr. Campbell said y'all had staph infections.
We did. I'm telling you. Remember the guy Wale gave him money? He gave him money.
Why y'all had staph infections? Y'all they wasn't cleaning.
It was total. It was benign neglect. That's what you call it, benign neglect.
And this was when Doug Williams was the coach.
So they had Doug Williams. It was Doug Williams, Rob Broadway, and Melvin Spears. So all 3 of them, but it was going on around that whole time. So a lot of players got upset about it, and they voiced their concern. And it was like I said, it was all up on
the
ESPN.
game ended in a blue and white scrimmage.
It was our homecoming. It was homecoming.
Simona,
you know what? I can't homecoming in 2012, huh?
Nah, it was 2013. Timona, check your DM. No, actually, it was 2012. You're right, or 2013, one of the two. I remember the next year, Comedy went to Grambling, and we blew them out. But to me, it was more so. I feel like they were just scared to get on the bus because at the time, Jackson State was number one, right? And we were just killing teams left and right. Because the next week, they got on the bus and they went to. I think it was they played Texas Southern at home, and to me, it was just a coward move. I feel like those kids was listening to Doug Williams or whomever. I feel like there was someone older telling them not to get on that bus. And
get on that bus. Don't you get off that bus.
I think it was a pride thing because Jackson State scheduled them for homecoming. And, it would have made more sense if they boycotted the rest of the season. But they just boycotted that one game.
It was just,
well, it led to the hiring of Broderick Forbes. That's how they showed the reason why
the reason why they fired Doug. But you know the reason why they fired Doug Williams, though, Mr. Ford. It was the fact that he wanted to play that he wanted to play his son DJ Williams at quarterback. Everybody was like, "Nope, he's trash. You need to go with somebody else." And Doug wasn't having it. He was on the ego power trip.
One of the most storied college football programs in the South is trying to put its season back together after a football player boycott. Grambling State University, historically black college, home to a legendary football program, had to forfeit Saturday's game against Jackson State because only 22 players showed up last Friday to get on the bus. Players have been angry ever since head coach and former Super Bowl MVP Doug Williams was fired in September. His replacement was reassigned earlier this week, and players also boycotted 2 days of practice. So a lot happening here in this story. I want to bring in Alina Machado. She joins me here in Studio 7. Also in Jackson, Mississippi, Professor Emmett Gill of North Carolina Central University. He is the National Director of the Student Athletes Human Rights Project. So, Professor, we're going to get to you in a second, but there was a lot to this story here in terms of this boycott, in terms of, players being frustrated over this coach's firing. Specifically, what are these players frustrated about?
The coach's firing, Brooke, is really a small piece of this entire puzzle. We found a letter online that was reportedly written by the Grambling State football players to the university's administration detailing a number of complaints. That letter also mirrors what was noted on a Twitter page that we found that appears to belong to Naquan Smith. He's one of the players and the apparent team spokesperson. Now, that page, we want to show you some of the pictures on that page that shows what the letter is talking about. It shows pictures of broken equipment and moldy ceilings and walls, and those pictures are captioned with "See Our Struggle." Now, in the grievance letter, it's also noted again that the equipment in the weight room is falling apart, that workout benches are tearing and ripping. The players also seem to be unhappy with the fact that they're now taking bus rides in excess of 8 hours right before a game rather than flying. Now, as you mentioned, the team did not play last weekend against Jackson State, forfeiting that game. However, players seem to be willing to play this Saturday against Texas Southern. And here's what Smith has to say about that.
Although we're going to continue our season, we have not forgotten the situation, and how we've gotten here. Grambling has given the opportunity to be a part of its legacy, and we're looking to improve its conditions for the university and future student athletes.
Now, there are reports that state budget cuts are to blame. The university says it's not just affecting the football program, but also the university as a whole. University officials are also saying, Brooke, that they are working with the players to deal with these issues.
All right, now let's head.
Yeah, remember,
Hey,
there was a guy that was trying to run for president. His name was Jindal. He was the governor of Louisiana. Yeah, he was
By the
trying to.
gentle.
He was trying to destroy Southern and Grambling. He was actually trying to close Grambling down because his whole thing was he was trying to show the Southern conservative people that he knew how to handle Negroes, and that was another reason because he cut Grambling down. I think the budget went down to like 13 million or something because he basically was trying to close Grambling.
But see, here's my thing about the whole situation. I feel like those players, you know, coming in with like, so when you're doing like a tour, a campus tour and all that, they saw all that prior to coming to Grambling. So all the things that they brought up as far as all those things that they brought up as, you know, things that they were disgruntled about, they knew all about that when they was in high school, you know, when they was being recruited by Grambling. So that's why I feel like that whole boycott was a cop out. You know, they didn't want to get on that, but I feel like
the fact that they decided not to play Jackson State, it caused a domino effect, like an uproar. You know how, like for instance, I'll make a FAMU football players wrote in 2022, right before the UNC game, they let out a letter and it was signed by all the players because they were playing UNC. So they had more, I guess, a platform or a stage for that message to be heard. Maybe. No?
nah, I still believe them jokers was just scared. Here's the thing: when it came to the litigation, you know, the SWAC office they intervened and they gave us 3 home games the next 3 seasons.
Yeah,
but I feel like if we really wanted to, and I hate to say this, but so here's the thing with Jackson State homecoming, like a lot of homecomings, it generates millions and millions of dollars, and we lost millions and millions.
Jackson State.
And I feel like, to be fair, the SWAC commissioner at the time, he should have just gave us Grambling's cut from the Bayou Classic. That's what I feel.
That's not even the Bayou Classic. Not even a part of the SWAC.
No, he couldn't do that because they don't control it. He did what he had power over, and that was to give y'all the 3 home games.
That was a pretty good. I mean, but Grambling don't travel like that.
Exactly. So it doesn't generate the amount of money.
Like, that's not one of our.
Yeah, we still gave you 3 home games.
But just think about this: at the end of the day, 4 years later, they won. They kicked everybody's tail in the SWAC.
I'm just trying to tell you. The thing was, the result was they brought in Broderick Forbes, and you remember what he did once he got Kincaid?
What'd he do, Mr. Ford?
He went to the Celebration Bowl twice. He won 1 and he lost 1. He beat Central, and then he lost. Yeah, he beat Central, and then he lost to A&T.
Well, he was lucky to beat Central. Remember that, because the dude did not. When he scored that touchdown, he had to take his helmet off and throw up the hooks.
Well, I don't know if it was lucky, but for a long time they was the only SWAC school that won a Celebration Bowl game. I know that. They were the first SWAC school to win it.
You don't have to point that out, Mr. Ford.
They did. They were the first ones to win it. Okay. Until FAMU came along, they were the only SWAC school to win the Celebration Bowl.
Okay, Mr.
What's the name owned it? Listen, I think what's the name? A&T beat Alcorn 3 times. They beat Alcorn 3 times, and they beat Grambling. They won it 4 times.
Better not say a rass-ass thing about Jackson State not winning the Celebration Bowl. They can't win 3 times and lost 3 times.
Well, listen, the second time they cheated on them because Chris Blair caught that ball, and they claimed he was juggling the ball. So they actually did win the second one.
And then that third one, man, it was just.
That boy was named Noah. The quarterback was Noah something, wasn't it? Noah.
Which one?
He was the kid that transferred to South Florida. He was from Tampa somewhere. Wasn't his name Noah something?
No. You know who I gotta ask?
He came in after Footman.
I gotta ask Dave.
They had Lenore's Footman, and then after Lenore's Footman, they had this kid named Noah. He was a real good runner. And a running back named Waller. They had a running back from Atlanta named Waller, but they were tough.
Well, we are thanking for better days for all of our SWAC schools, right? All of our SWAC schools have elevated in providing these young men with quality education as well as
Listen, I keep telling y'all, for the last 3 or 4 years, we are in a golden era in HBCU football and sports. Listen, I keep telling y'all, it's not about personnel. The problem we got to have outstanding coaches, outstanding outstanding coordinators, head coaches, ADs, and presidents. That's what it's about now. And whoever's got the best, that's who's gonna win the SWAC.
Speaking of ADs,
You're not about to go there, Edge.
No, I'm not. All right, Mr. Ford. So I'm gonna read off who you have in the West. You said you had Southern, which that threw me for a curveball, having Southern as number 1. I'm blown away by that.
Listen, that's because you ain't looked at that new roster they got. You ain't seen what they brought in down there in Baton Rouge.
Does meshing well or learning the system or
well, the simple but see, the thing about Southern now is that they're gonna be probably 60-40, 60% running, 40% passing. But the main thing is who's gonna be the signal caller. Now, as far as experience right now, no, it's going to be Noah. It's going to be the Barton kid. But I'm telling y'all, that kid from Baton Rouge is eventually going to take over.
I feel like if Southern has a couple of lackluster games, they might be letting Fred McNair, giving him a little bit more leeway. What do you think?
Well, he's already said that. Because they was asking him, he picked the quarterback. He said, no, he's going to leave that to the offensive staff. Now, I've told you, and I've said this over and over, I'm not impressed with Mark Frederick, okay? But I am impressed with the fact that he has Willie Totten and he has Fred McNair. If he listens to them, I think they're going to be all right. Now, the main thing is who's going to be the quarterback. Now, like I told you, that kid, I don't know if it's Marset or something. That kid was highly recruited. All of them group of 5 schools offered that kid. I think he's going to eventually be the quarterback.
Let me look at this right here because I'm about to look it up on my phone.
So you think Bowden is the quarterback right now for Southern, but he's clearly a front runner. Right?
Yeah, because he's experienced. See them other 2 kids. Last year was their freshman year. They redshirted them. They're redshirt freshmen now. One is from Atlanta. He's from Woodward Academy, but the player, he's from Baton Rouge. He's from that area. That kid's you gonna see him. You gonna see that kid.
Okay, you gonna see him. So yeah. Southern, and then Prairie View.
Mm-hmm. Because I'm telling you, Southern. They got the legacy, they got the history.
Who's Gramblin's quarterback?
Huh?
Who's Gramblin's quarterback?
You know who Gramblin's quarterback is.
No, because I said Miles Crawley, but you was hollering about there was somebody else.
Oh, it's gonna be Miles Crawley. It's gonna be Miles Crawley.
When we did our preseason weeks ago, you was like, "There's a quarterback that's giving Miles Crawley a run for his money."
They went out and got. Let me tell you something. Mickey Joseph got 2 of them that I watched films on. He got a kid off of Ole Miss's campus, and he got a kid from Jacksonville State. Both of them kids can play, but they're gonna start off with Crawley. Crawley gonna play.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you now, watch out for that kid, that redshirt freshman down there.
Do you even get any tea on UAPB or Texas Southern?
They don't matter. It took Texas Southern a whole year to pick a coach. They don't matter. All they care about is basketball.
Okay.
They don't care. The way that they conducted that search, that's how you win 1 game and no games. When did they finally name Chris Dishman the head coach?
And was it January or so?
It was in January?
It was in January because it was before. It was either January. It was in either January, late January, because it was right before signing day.
Okay, yeah, signing day's February, so it was okay. It was in January. Okay, all right.
They did not have a coach for signing day.
I didn't think they did either.
They didn't.
They didn't.
No, they did not.
That's what I say.
Was it February? Wait. If it was January, was it February or March? Was it February? Was it late February?
Are you doing early signing day or national signing day? Which
It
one?
was national. I'm talking about national signing day.
Okay.
I wasn't.
Listen,
Mr. Ford said the only thing Texas Southern care about is
basketball. That Johnny Jones and his
Do you think the way
crew.
that the board of trustees handled that coaching
was
trip?
unprofessional. It was unprofessional. It was classless. It was Bush League.
What's gonna have more? I know Stephen Gaither had a little bit more harsher words for that.
It was awful.
We don't really care about what Colorado game day said.
No, he can go write some nice articles about Miss Tiffany Dawn Sykes now. They were bosom buddies.
What is a bosom buddy? Ooh, Mr. Ford is letting it loose tonight. TSU doesn't even have a weight room.
Yeah, they've been fixing that weight room for the longest.
Jerome, what do you think about the Texas Southern board and how other boards work? We don't have that type of issue, do we? Or do we just have IHL that be running us amok?
No, we just rely on our AD. You know, we don't have a board like that.
But now, one thing I got to give Texas Southern credit for, they band is. I like their band. I like that. What the Ocean of Soul, right? Yeah, I like that band now. I saw them challenge.
Still under construction? I thought they finished it.
What's that?
The Texas Southern weight room.
Oh, okay.
It's still under construction. They didn't finish it.
Oh no.
Simona and Mr. Ford and Doc, have y'all heard anything about Tennessee State?
Yeah, they're trying to pick Tennessee State to win the OVC, but Blue says Tennessee Martin is going to win it.
They won it last year, didn't they?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. He's saying that Tennessee Martin's going to win it, but there's some publications that pick Tennessee State to win the OVC because, you know, a lot of people left the OVC. You know, to me, I feel like they could fold up too now. They could go the way of the Big South.
Are they going to the CAA too? Are they going to fold up into the CAA too?
They insignificant. They, you know, I ain't got nothing for them.
Hey, Blue, what's going on with Tennessee State? What's going on with the OVC? Are they getting ready to be a dying conference as well? Don't y'all sit up here and run up after what you see OVC and CAA.
The OVC.
Everybody else doing.
Oh, Lord.
Don't run up and do what they do. Big South.
You know, Tennessee State was playing in front of 2,000. One year they had 8,000 at the homecoming.
Only 8,000?
Only 8,000. They had 2,000 average attendance at the game. They were playing downtown.
At anything, Jackson
They had 8,000, you know, and they happy with that. That's why I said they insignificant.
We probably had 8,000 2 hours before the game started.
Somebody said their alumni is tired of Eddie George. Direct words to my ears. I feel like Eddie George has brought life to that program. What do you think, Mr. Ford?
Yeah, he brought some kids in there. But Blue says Tennessee Martin. Blue in the Tennessee Martin, you say going to win the OVC? I think it's Tennessee Martin. He said going to win it.
And then they expanded. Then they expanded the playoffs too. Did
they
expand it, or
and that's another thing. You know what? This is another thing. They have given the FBS schools 105 scholarships. You think they're gonna give the FCS schools 85 scholarships?
No, there's too many FCS schools keeping it close and hitting them lines in football. But let's just keep it a buck. You're saying that they gave them 105 scholarships.
Yeah, they gave the FBS schools now got 105 scholarships.
At the FBS level, they've always had 105 on the team, right? They've
But
always
they had
had it
walk-ons.
there.
Yeah, they
They
had
just had
walk-ons.
different ways of paying athletes, different ways of getting to that 105. So if they have 105 scholarships, that just means that they're going to have 115 or 120 players on there, and the 15 players that aren't listed, they're going to have scholarships too. They're just not going to be athletic scholarships. They're going to be NIL deals. There's not necessarily a way to play catch up with FBS. They're always going to have the upper hand.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If the FBS is going to have 105, then don't you think the FCS would increase to 85? Because right
Why
now,
didn't they immediately ask for that? Immediately.
Yeah, but I'm saying, see, because FCS schools give 65 scholarships in football, right? Isn't that right?
I thought it was 63.
What's that? 63 scholarships.
63. So then if you increase it by 20, we go to 83 then, right? Because they were given 85 scholarships on the FBS level. They're up to 105, so they increase it by 20. So I'm saying, will they increase it by 20 for the FCS schools?
Who's going to be responsible for asking for that? Because nobody said anything.
No,
as soon as they came out with FBS gets 105, whoever are the powers that be for FCS should have been like, well, what about me? Nobody said anything.
But this is what it happened. They said that the school's only gonna get, if you're in the FCS, you can get the 85 scholarship limit, but that basically means that you're opting into that revenue sharing where you paying those players the money for name, image, and likeness. The ones that you're paying to the FBS for those kids from 2016 on down. That is what's going to happen. So if you don't want to participate in that revenue sharing, they're not going to increase the scholarship limit for FCS because they want to be paying kids from 2016 for their name, image, and likeness.
HBCUs can't afford it, Mr. Ford. Allegedly.
Can't afford what?
Yeah,
what you think? They can't afford 85 scholarship?
That's what somebody in the chat said.
I don't believe that. They can afford it.
Mr. Ford, you want us to raise the coaching, increase scholarships. They want separation.
You just said that they can't raise it to 85 scholarship.
No, I said that they are intentionally trying to create separation, meaning y'all got a little bit too close for our liking. A lot of these games could have went either way. We don't like how it's going. Let's go ahead and obliterate it and widen that gap.
Oh, okay.
Right. You got that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right. Any last words?
Hey, all I can say is see y'all next week at Lord willing, see you at the
MEAC SWAC Challenge?
Yeah. If not, I'll be right in front of my television.
You know you're not going out there in all that traffic.
You might have a point there.
And it's on prime time too.
Meet and greet at Cascade Road for Mr. Ford next Saturday.
No,
Mr. Ford said meet him on Old National.
I'm
no,
I'm
the Cascade guy.
you and the street committee.
Yeah.
On Saturday.
Listen, with this town, it's gonna be bursting with energy next Saturday now, because y'all know when FAMU come to town, that's big time now.
What happens? What's big time?
When FAMU come in, this like a little Tallahassee sometimes.
Oh Lord! At the
Yes,
Chili's,
it is.
at the Chili's, or at the Publix?
In the city. The FAMU people bring a lot of energy to this town.
Braxton, come here.
They ain't no Jackson State.
Braxton.
Say it again, Jerome.
They ain't no Jackson State.
Hey,
They're gonna be all at the Red Robin. That's about it.
Hey, baby, it's gonna be a lot of energy in this town next week.
So the
funny thing is,
MEAC SWAC Challenge is this next Saturday.
Next Saturday, what 7:30 on ABC.
FAMU versus Norfolk State.
Norfolk
Who you got,
State.
Braxton?
Behold the green and gold.
Oh no, that's right, baby. You heard him.
You try to help Word keep its job, baby. You try to help Big Word keep its job.
No, we're supposed to go, Braxton. We're from the SWAC. We're supposed to go for the SWAC because we want the SWAC to win, not the MEAC. And Norfolk's in the MEAC, and we're in the SWAC. So who do you have to go for?
Hey, anybody talk to Kobe lately?
Who?
To
Kobe. Yeah.
South Carolina State, Kobe?
Yeah, that's what I want to ask Kobe. How far is South Carolina State from the Celebration Bowl? This year, next year, the year after?
How did they go in the first year?
Braxton, FAMU freshman class of 2034.
Huh? I hadn't heard from Kobe. I hadn't seen anything lately. I'm just wondering. I want to ask him how far they're away, because they probably broke camp this week, right?
You said that they defense. No, what did you say? You said their offense.
Yeah, most of the alums here didn't know about the defense. They didn't know if it was one of them stout South Carolina State defenses, because that's historically that's their strong point.
Buddy Pugh is gone.
Oh, but they got a good man over there. You're right. Buddy Pugh was a legend, but now let me tell you something. Chennis Berry is something else too now. I'm just telling you now. I told you about him. I told you. I know what he's trying to. I know people that know him too. We know what he up to.
What is he up to?
He want to take over black college football.
Chennis Berry is trying to get all the.
Tell him to schedule with Jackson State so we can whoop up on them again. That was fun.
That's what I'm saying.
That was probably the funnest game I've had.
Well, you know what I told you before. Beat him now. Beat him now.
You better get me in the spring.
That's get him now, baby.
Okay, Dion Jr.
That's get him and Mickey Joseph. Go ahead on and beat him now. Beat him now.
Coach Mickey, we get ready to come to the hole.
Yeah, that's right. Y'all got to go to the hole, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that should be. You know what? That's gonna be a packed house. That'll be a. Now is that a night game?
Yep.
Oh, that's gonna be a sellout.
Yeah, they ain't trying to have no issue from last.
That's gonna be a sellout.
Gremlin's not. Gremlin's used to traveling.
Hey, that's gonna be a sellout. Jackson State coming to the hole. That's a sellout.
Anywhere Jackson State goes is a sellout. Ain't that right, Jerome?
Yeah, I love.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Mr. Campbell says Coach T.C. Taylor told us Wednesday that JSU versus South Carolina State is a definite possibility.
Oh yeah, they got to make up for that Coach Slime game. For the Coach Slime game.
No, we already made up for the game.
Oh, you made up for the coach. That's right. That's right. Oh yeah. So got to get them back for the Coach Slime game.
No, we already got them right for the Coach Slime game. We whooped them last year. That was our first game. You don't remember that?
Yeah, I remember that last year. That was here. That was at SWAC MEAC. Yeah.
If we can get South Carolina State and Charlotte, that'll be dope.
Got Mr. Ford.
You're right. That would be that's right. That'd be a good game. I'll tell you now, A&T and Jackson and Charlotte would be strong.
Jerome, you can go ahead and answer that. They ducking the smoke, ain't they, Jerome?
Definitely. It's the AD. He's ducking the smoke. But you know what? Jackson and South Carolina State and Charlotte would be great as well.
Yeah, that would be great. A&T and Jackson and Charlotte.
No,
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Ford, they don't want to play us. They keep ducking us. They don't want to play us.
Oh, I thought that guy told you they're gonna be competitive.
Who said that?
Dave.
He said they're gonna be competitive.
Competitive in what? The band?
Tiddly winks.
Well, I know right now the girls' basketball is competitive in the CAA. I think track is all right.
They was
That's
good.
about
I
it.
went to the, is it Corbett? I don't want to sound bougie.
Corbett.
Yeah, Club Corbett. Yeah.
Corbett.
You know, he was from Georgia. The guy that arena's Don Corbett, he was from Georgia. He was from Thomasville, Georgia.
Coach TC let South Carolina State go ahead and score on us. We was doing them so bad, giving them the blues. Oh, we tore them up.
I can't wait. Doc, when you gonna talk to Kobe again?
I hit him up on. I hit him up on Twitter probably.
Yeah, tell him I've been checking this. I hadn't seen anything on him yet, but I want him to do a preview of South Carolina State. I want to know where they at.
Well, next Thursday, I want to say it'll be either next Thursday or Saturday. No, it won't be Saturday because Saturday is the actual game. Next Thursday, I'll have on Wayne from the Hill podcast. Let me see. Let me make sure.
Wow, Wayne. Hey.
Yeah, we're gonna do a show on Thursday. Let me make sure I got it right.
Oh, I meant to say, hey, Mr. Ford is wrong. I'm in talks with I think I got a date settled for an interview with Johnson C. Smith head coach Maurice Flowers.
Yeah, I remember him.
Yep.
He was at Fort Valley at one time.
On Thursday.
Oh, okay.
We'll have a podcast and we'll just talk about the MEAC SWAC challenge. We'll delve into it a little bit more. I'm gonna look at FAMU, their offense and their defense. We'll look at it, and then we'll see what Norfolk State is cooking up over there.
Do you know anybody from Norfolk State you can bring on?
That's a good question.
I know somebody.
I don't know of anybody that covers Norfolk State.
I know somebody. She went to Norfolk State.
She you talking about in the band or football?
No, she taught sports. Named Melanie Wins. So
Mr. Ford, they don't have no food in Grambling?
No food?
Yeah, they said that Mr. Campbell said they got a small restaurant across the street from the campus. He makes it seem like it's like a gas station restaurant or something. Y'all don't have no food in Grambling? What you gotta go to Russia.
You don't have
to be eating no way. I don't need to be eating nothing but a salad at this point. But if I'm gonna be in the South, I want some
you can ride to Ruston. You can get you something. You can ride to Monroe, or you can ride to Freeport.
No.
Ruston is number like 10 minutes from
That's what I'm saying.
I don't want to leave the campus. They already said they ain't got no internet down there.
Hey, like I said, you can ride to Ruston.
So they don't got DoorDash or Uber Eats.
Or you can eat in. They got a cafeteria on campus, right?
Do they got
cafeteria? Okay.
Can somebody tell me do they got Uber Eats or DoorDash?
Huh?
Do they got DoorDash or Uber Eats in Grambling?
It'll be in Ruston.
They might.
They're gonna kill you a hog.
Yeah, listen. Like I said, you can ride down to Ruston.
I don't want to be riding around nowhere.
You can ride down there to Ruston.
You ever been to Illinois before, right?
In a gator's mouth. I'm not trying to do none of that.
You've been to Inabita before, right?
Okay, so Itabena was very different because number one, I went with a young lady who was from Greenwood. Greenwood, right next to Itabena, ain't it?
Like 15 minutes.
Yeah, so I had somebody who was from the area, and daddy was cooking, and so we didn't have to ever worry about food because we was eating family
Y'all
food.
eating
You might as
good.
well go to
So
Rustin. It's only a few minutes. Blue says you got to go to Rustin. Gremlin.
Yes.
Dear Gremlin. We
Grambling,
love you,
Grambling
dear.
is
Where is the food?
Grambling is about the size of Itabena. It just number woods.
No,
Like,
it
seriously.
doesn't. I don't remember Woods at Itabena. I'm
just saying. I was saying it's. I'm comparing it.
Oh, okay.
Grambling is like Itabena, but Grambling is number woods for Grambling. Like, you do have to go to Ruston, which is like maybe 5 to 7 minutes.
Mr. Ford, you used to go to the little shack that got $5 meals by the train tracks?
Yeah. Uh-huh. That was the chick that's like that little chicken shack, right. But now, when I was at Grambling, I lived in Ruston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I lived in Ruston.
You didn't live on campus?
No, I was a graduate student.
Oh, okay.
When I first got there, like the first 2 weeks I lived on campus, but then I got an apartment in Ruston. I lived maybe 2 blocks over from Louisiana Tech.
There, huh? Don't y'all have gator and stuff? Fried gator, and frog legs and stuff?
That's
you
South
think about
Louisiana.
Florida. Yeah, you
That's South Louisiana.
Yeah. Now North Louisiana to me, I mean, now when I got to Grambling, I fell in love with Baton Rouge and New Orleans. It was real festive down there in South Louisiana. And I also loved Lafayette. But North Louisiana was, to me, it was kind of like South Georgia. It was a lot of agriculture. Huh?
It's very much West Mississippi,
Yeah.
South Arkansas.
We would go up to Monroe. We would go up to the mall in Monroe. We would go. Matter of fact, I saw when Color Purple came out, I saw it in Monroe.
Over by what's the name of that mall? Peachtree.
It's right down from I-20.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we saw. There's a bunch of we talked about it in graduate class because I was one. It was a couple of us hated it, but everybody was saying that we was wrong. And
so when you go to Jackson has a variety of food, right? So they have the corporate chain types of food, but they have Valley Street Fish House, Boston Fish Supreme. What else they got, y'all? Stamps.
E&L Barbecue. I'm trying to figure out what else they got in Jackson. It's been so long since I ate at another restaurant in Jackson.
Valley Street Fish House and Boston Fish Supreme was right down the street from the school. That's what I remember. Do they have Piccadilly's still?
Oh, boy, we used to love Piccadilly's, man.
Does anybody know if Jackson still got Piccadilly's? Because that used to be the spot after church.
Yeah, it was. We still got one here at the Black Mall over here. What's that called?
I need food options. I guess somebody.
You gotta go to Russell, or you gotta go to Monroe.
We got the mall over here is called Greenbrier. They have a Piccadilly's. Yeah, I still love them.
Yeah. Oh, they still got Piccadilly's. Okay.
Yeah,
I like
Piccadilly's. We got it too.
Yeah, that was good.
Now, a number of them closed up.
Atlanta?
Huh?
Where y'all got a Piccadilly's at in Atlanta?
Greenbrier Mall.
Oh, I don't think we're supposed to go to that mall, Mr. Ford.
Well, yeah, it's about a flea market now, but it used to be,
I love Piccadilly's.
Yeah, we love Piccadilly, but Golden Corral kind of ran Piccadilly's out. Once that Golden Corral
is not on Piccadilly's level. Piccadilly's,
Yeah.
maybe it was just the Piccadilly's in Jackson. It had some seasoning to it. Okay, if you had high blood pressure, drink lots of water and take a pill before you start eating there, because that food was seasoned.
But you know what though? I think Piccadilly is just like for us here in Dallas and Texas, it's like Luby's.
So when I travel to these games, I look for games that the traveling is not overwhelming because I already have to take a plane somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for instance, going from Charlotte to Jackson and then driving from Jackson to Alcorn, where they say you don't have no internet. Does Alcorn have some restaurants? Or you got to eat in
You gotta
Vicksburg?
go.
You gotta go
So
to Vicksburg.
you gotta go to Vicksburg, or you go to Natchez.
Yeah.
Natchez is a little bit. Natchez would be closer to Alcorn.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Now, are you going to come down for the Jackson State Alabama State game?
In Montgomery?
Yeah, because that's nowhere from Atlanta. I mean, from Montgomery to
You
Atlanta.
want
Is
to know
about
where
that.
I am gonna be?
Where?
At the OBC.
Are you going to Orange Blossom Classic?
I am going to the Orange
Oh,
Blossom.
yeah.
Be with them Hornets.
Well, with the original big girl going, I'm hoping FAMU will decide to go back to that.
Wait, what?
I
They
said,
were
I
gonna
hope
be
that.
in Miami anyway that year.
Yeah, but I'm hoping they go back next year.
They might be like, we're not giving SheLovesThee no food. She be talking too much mess about Alcorn. If you hungry at Alcorn, you better hope there's a tailgate or drive to Natchez.
Yeah, your best bet to drive to Natchez is no.
I'm not driving nowhere for no food. They don't have DoorDash.
No, you in the middle of the country.
We
Hey,
need DoorDash
Mr. Monk, when you coming back?
Thursday.
Okay, listen, y'all have a good night.
Listen.
I'm a sport.
Okay, have a good one here.
All right, Mr. Ford.
Okay.
What time you going on Thursday night?
Oh, I don't know. I have to make sure Braxton's asleep first. Big news coming out about that, Mr. Ford. All I want to know is there's some big news coming out about, I guess, about the AD and the Orange Blossom Classic.
Yeah, my thing is, why would you call it the Orange Blossom Classic and Florida A&M is not in it? I don't get that. Why would you call it the Orange Blossom Classic and Florida A&M is not in it?
Why do you have interim people entering into contracts that and then hiring permanent people, and the permanent person has to figure out what's going on? That's what I want to know.
Well, I'm hoping that Florida A&M gets back in the Orange Blossom Classic, and I'm hoping that FAMU will go back to Jacksonville and revitalize the Bowl City Classic.
You got a lot of stuff on FAMU plate. It became the Blue Blossom Classic.
Didn't you and I talked about? I told you what my job is. I would be a special assistant to the AD. That would be my job.
You are from Grambling.
That's right.
Grambling. So I don't think they're gonna get a Grambling anything twice on their roster. You gotta be a FAMU Rattler. You gotta have Rattler blood.
Wait. Always remember this. Jayytv, the greatest coach in FAMU history, was a graduate of Knoxville College. He didn't go to FAMU. Billy Joe, one of the greatest coaches in the history of Florida A&M, he didn't go to FAMU. He went to Villanova. Rudy Hubbard, Rudy Hubbard won the first 1AA championship in Florida A&M. He was a graduate of Ohio State.
Tell them that the rules are
They know
you
that.
gotta have Rattler blood in you to be, maybe not the football coach, but you got to have some ties to FAMU in order to be over there. Deer Corn is in the middle of nowhere. All right, Mr. Ford. Well, thank you for coming on tonight. It's good to hear your analysis.
Look forward to hearing from you Thursday.
Lord have mercy. I hope you come to Prairie View to witness that L y'all gonna take. Prairie View got dog walked so bad by FAMU 2 times, not once but twice. I think that loss was probably worse than Southern's loss to Jackson State twice in the season. What do you think? Which one do you think was worse?
When is that game right there? Prairie View, FAMU. Because if it's any time, I'll make that drive. I can make that drive down.
All right, Bishop Kimball. We'll see you, Big Worm versus Cozy. Coach Cozy is on a prove it deal. The way FAMU got you ever think about who's in the hot seat? Cozy's on a prove it deal this year. I miss Ryan's. What is Ryan's?
It's just like Piccadilly, it's Shawnee's, Golden Corral, Luby's. It's just like that.
I don't think I've eaten at Ryan's. I don't know why I'm over here talking about food. You can tell I'm a big bag talking about what type of food y'all got down there. What type of food do y'all got down there? Because if y'all don't have no good food, and I gotta drive somewhere to go get some food.
Said November the 9th. Hey, I'm in that thing right there. I'm in that thing for real.
I haven't seen a Shoney's. I have not seen a Shoney's.
Shoney's is still open. I seen one.
Shoney's is probably able to stay open in like smaller. No, they said there's a Shoney's in Richmond, Virginia.
Yeah.
There's a Shoney's in Greensboro. Is this okay? I don't know what a Shoney's is, but they said that there's one in Greensboro. Ooh.
Oh my God.
What? We're talking about food.
I just ate before I got home.
Well, I'm eating right now. I got a Chipotle bowl over here. I'm on Twitter, and for some reason, like, oh my God.
What? Who's being messy? Go ahead and set it out. Set it out. What's going on before we go to bed?
Them folks from 237 cutting up on Twitter.
Are they cutting up?
For what? Let's do a cut up next week. Man,
So
the football game makes next week.
Apparently, some of the Rattlers are mad because they claim we stole Stars and Stripes from them.
Oh, the band. Maybe all right.
It's so damn petty, y'all. Look at this. I wish I could show it on my screen. Hold on. I'm gonna tag you in it, Tamona. I'm gonna tag you in it so you can see it.
Lord, did you tag me?
It's not even letting me do it. I'm gonna do it a different way. Hold up.
I'm about to jump out, but I appreciate you for having me on tonight for at least this short, moment. Tamona.
Oh, yes. Thank you for coming on. Oh, you're going to have to show because I'm blocked. They blocked me.
Oh, you talking about on Twitter?
Yeah, I'm blocked. I can't see none of that stuff. They want to be like 100 when they grow up. I was in Huntsville when they blessed JSU Little Heart with their 3 piccolos. They're talking about piccolos.
Wait, you say
I can see the other comments, but I can't see what they're saying. Like,
can you see the video?
No.
All right, let's see block on.
No, I'm blocked. After that glory hole debacle, I got blocked.
Oh shit.
Denny's breakfast used to be okay.
Oh man, but anyway, I appreciate you bringing me on tonight, Tamona. First of all, I want to say on here, congratulations. Yeah, I want to tell you congratulations for the new show, the new endeavor.
Oh, thank you.
Make sure y'all tune in to that because my girl gonna rip it up with everybody, with the whole family on there. Shout out to Nick Eden for his show and Dr. Barnes and everybody, Gary Reeves and Super Bowl champ, everybody that's gonna be on that whole block for right there. But again, I want to say congratulations to you. This is monumental because I'm not gonna say you started out for nothing. You started out small, and made it big. Made it big time, Willie. You done made it big time. But you know what though? It has been a pleasure. It has been a pleasure.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you so much.
It has been a pleasure. And then after I was asking on Thursday, because also and if anybody don't know this that's listening right now, that's watching, I am going to be hosting Suno Night Live, which is a combination of talking about the athletics at Southern University of New Orleans. And our premiere show is Thursday night on the 22nd at 7 p.m. And my first guest on there will be the head volleyball coach, Zipporah Washington. Her assistant coach and a couple of players, they will be on the first show, the premiere show on Thursday night.
Congratulations. Yeah, that show will start after 8:30 because I have to put my son to sleep. My show won't start.
Okay, well, I think I'm only gonna do like maybe like 45 minutes or so that I can jump on with. We could talk noise for Thursday.
45 minutes.
What are you eating? Crackers?
No.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Your breath smells like crackers.
You see what Nick said?
I didn't. That I ate you stickers that smelled like crackers because he gave me those smell stickers.
Go ahead and say you made it big time, Willie.
No.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Doc, on your show.
You see what Nick said down there?
Yes. Stop. Let me get this boy in bed. Jay.
No.
Don't you have to shout out your channel too?
What was that?
Didn't you post something recently? Is it your YouTube channel?
Oh no, it wasn't that. I know what you're talking about. So I created I created a new Twitter for my YouTube.
Can you post? Can you post it?
Yeah, I'm gonna post a link in it real quick.
So basically, they were hating on the Sonic Boom of the South on a certain song. At least you know they're watching, right?
They tried to compare us playing it to them playing it, but their version sounded worse. So I don't know what kind of point they were trying to make because they paid. But
I'm on Instagram.
Dang, I'm getting blocked by everybody, ain't I? Oh no, I'm not blocked on that one. All right. Yeah, because I can't see what you had because I'm blocked. But apparently, you know what? Just let them know that we can all settle this during the family game on October 19th.
Oh man.
And yeah, tell them to come outside. Come outside. Come to Jackson. We can settle this. And you know what? You can play your version and we'll play our version and we can see who did it better.
Braxton said, "Why they block you?"
You are so
if only you knew, Braxton. If only you knew.
No, my son does not need to know. He does not need to know.
Your mom is woo. Oh man. So I'm gonna send my condolences out to Big King, man. Houston, pioneer Houston producer, rapper, around the time he made a lot of women go out there on the dance floor, do their thing and stuff like that. But he had passed away yesterday from pulmonary embolism.
Oh, I just realized I'm blocked from them too. I don't even know how I saw it.
So yeah, I meant to say everybody need to go get their checkup. So, because I had to scare on Thursday night too. and I not want to be in a hospital for that. But yeah, I just had to. I forgot to say that too because for all the folks from TV and Texas Southern, they know who I'm talking about. Big King, aka Club Godzilla. But anyway, y'all have a good one. Night, Braxton.
All right, Doc.
All right.
I just dropped the link in the chat, Tamana.
Do you know what? I just saw what you were talking about in the group chat, and I'm confusion because I don't know how that is the marching 100.
Marching 100.
And I don't want to get Jerome up here and get him started. So we're just gonna take that because then Jerome is gonna break it down, and we don't need.
So apparently they claiming that we stole a march, but I'm trying to figure out how do we steal a march if anybody can play it. So I don't understand that, but I don't know. Yeah, this is basically what Mr. Campbell says, just ban smack. That's all.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. We were the first, but we were the best. That type of thing.
Yeah, kind of that, like that.
Okay. Okay. All right. And if all hearts and minds are clear,
my heart is not clear, and my mind is very.
What's wrong? Go ahead and get it off your chest.
I went to the merge and I recorded that thing, and now I'm back at home reviewing everything, and come to find out my camera broke up the long video into smaller videos, so now I got to figure out how to
put it back
edit
together
them all to one full video because that'll mess me up.
How many did it like into 4-minute pieces?
No, it was like in 9 minute 30 seconds.
That's actually good that it did that, because when you do upload your stuff onto YouTube, you can do part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5. You can do that. That's good.
Well, actually, you might have a point.
Yeah, it's good that you did that, because sometimes it's hard for people to watch a show. Like, for instance, this show that's been going on for a ridiculously long amount of time. I will be significantly shortening my shows to 1-hour blocks. So.
Are you talking about when you upload recaps?
No, just period.
Oh, the actual
down
show.
to 1 hour. One in and then out. In and then out.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was watching a replay when I got off work and I fell asleep. So you kind of got a point with that. But
Right.
see, I work long hours. So
But when you're actually like watching and you're engaging, then it's different than having to watch a recap. Ain't nobody gonna watch no 3-hour recap. Did you record Get Ready?
Oh yeah, I did.
What did they do? Any Michael Jackson songs? Did they do any Michael Jackson songs? Keisha Cole, Beyonce.
No. Oh no.
Water. Well, me and you know, you're gonna have to do a show because we want to know some inside deets about the band that nobody else knows.
A show?
Yeah. Tell us about the band.
I mean, I don't really know it. I don't really know any inside stuff.
Oh, okay.
I'm not actually there.
Well, you can get some. Jerome will help you out.
No, some of my CBs are still in there, so but they're probably only gonna tell me what they can tell me. They're not gonna tell me a lot of stuff. Because you gotta keep stuff under wraps from the public until it come out.
Right. T-7 days, y'all. Football season is among us. Y'all have a blessed night. Thank you, Jay, for coming on.
You're welcome.
As always,
huh?
As always, I'm gonna conclude with
how you gonna fix it?
Who gave you that clip?
Mr. Campbell.
Oh man.
He made a big time, Willie. Willie.
On your way out, go ahead and comment below in the chat. What is the score for next week's Week 0 game? Norfolk State versus FAMU. What do you think the final score will be? Comment below in the chat.
He made a big time, Willie. 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 He gone, Willie.
Please comment below feasible, reasonable, probable scores, not anything like this, 40-0.
I see. This is what you call stealing right here. Now that's what you call stealing.
Uh-oh, not the Marching Geranimes, 17. The Beholds, 23-17. Okay. FAMU by 40. I have the green and gold 31, FAMU 24. Is that I don't even know if their offense is even like that. Whitley making a public service announcement. By 40 is a Jackson State thing and Jackson State only.
Yeah, see, that's what you call stealing. That's what you call stealing.
Right, that's what you call swagger jacking on the highest level.
Not only is a JSU thing, but JSU also got a trademark. So,
ooh, you heard that? By 40 is trademarked. Did y'all hear that? You hear that, Mr. Campbell? You hear that, Mr. Campbell?
oh man.
Mr. Ford. You hear that, Mr. Campbell? Dang, we got a lot of folks saying Norfolk gonna win. What's up with that? Ain't nobody else going. Dang, where the Rattlers some of the Rattlers that watch my channel must not want to say anything in the chat. It's okay. Thank you for coming by and watching. We will clip these predictions and how wrong they'll be.
So you already know who my prediction is. JSU.
Okay, win. Tell Mr. Campbell to keep his little coins in his pocket. He be trying to bet anybody and everybody who go against FAMU. Y'all want to bet an over and under for when they're going to get all of their positions filled. How about that? More than 60 days, you want to take the over or the under, Mr. Campbell? To get all of those administrative positions filled, over or under? I say over 60 days. Because they're going to have a searching firm. Big Worm going to be fighting for his life. Nobody else said, okay, we got another one. Nobody else is going for FAMU. I don't know why. Nobody's confident that FAMU is going to win. Norfolk by a field goal, 27-24. Norfolk 21-14. The only person that said that FAMU is going to win is Mr. Campbell. That's a lot of people to be betting. Nobody else wants to take a stab at it. Everybody else just watching. All right. Y'all have a good night.
How you gonna fix it? You done messed me up to death with business. I done called the police because I'm doing a refund. A refund is due unto me. Don't feel like I just been abused out here today. God ain't pleased with this. You can't do the same like this. Boys, I don't even know what I'm gonna sit out here telling the police car. I'm gonna sit out here telling the police car. I'm doing a refund. Cause I'm doing one to me. He made a big time, Willie.
All right, Timona. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you. I can still hear you.
I thought it ended.
Okay, finally, we have Mr. Warren says that Norfolk will score a safety and FAMU will score a field goal. Lord, y'all folks is messy. Braxton,
Wait, 3-2.
Right. So Norfolk will score a safety and then FAMU will score a field goal. Let's not act like it's not possible.
That's it.
Right. Braxton, stop it. Go to bed. All right, let me put this boy to bed. Y'all have a good night.
And it's the weekend.
It's 12:10. He can go to bed. He ain't gonna be up all night worrying me. You gotta go to church in the morning. Y'all not going to church.
Look, he probably had got a sugar rush because of that ice cream you gave him.
It was yogurt. Did you have ice cream? I didn't give him no ice cream. I said he can get it tomorrow because he named.
Oh, tomorrow. Okay.
Oh, they're saying that's not possible. Okay, all right. Well, in honor of going to Grambling or Alcorn, I'm gonna play this video of this dog on the field because I'm excited about possibly going to one of those games, either Grambling or Alcorn. Which one do you think I should go to? Probably the Alcorn game, huh? That's the one that I went to the Alcorn game last year and we lost. I didn't like that.
Yeah, that was in the bed too. I was trying to get to that game, but last minute stuff happened and it really made me mad.
Do you hear that, Mr. Campbell? There's only one person that said FAMU gonna win. One, and they said by a field goal. No, by 1 point. Oh Lord. I didn't even know Adrian Cook was in the chat.
He ain't here because I didn't see his name pop up.
Because I don't know. Sometimes you just can't see him chatting, but he be in here talking mess. You the one who needs the players from Southern Lab who are probably better than the college team. Uh-oh, there we go. Here we go. Here's somebody that believes.
Southern Lab? Ain't that the high school?
How is that even possible? That's not even possible. This person, now I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but if you're in overtime, no way that the score can end 39-31 because you guys would have had to been tied 31-31, and you can only score a touchdown and a.
Oh wait, no. I think he might be on
38.
Let me think.
How you can beat no?
Wait, hold on. Let me think. 31 tied. Touchdown is 6 points, right?
Yeah.
If they do a 2-point conversion, it'll be 39.
Why would they do a 2-point conversion?
I don't know.
Ain't the game already over?
I mean, that's on. I could kind of.
Oh, maybe when the time is out. Okay, Donovan. So Donovan's saying basically FAMU's gonna be bold enough to do a touchdown and a 2-point conversion instead of just taking the easy points. That's what they're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know why I thought it was like final only if there's a second overtime. Oh, okay. Y'all have a good night. Let me stop talking mess. I'll see y'all on Thursday.
All right, Ron, this is your big chance here. Let's go to the Lake Charles Toyota sideline report. Give us the best dog description you got.
Dr. Wilder has just given me $10 to go out and tackle the dog. I'm holding out for 20.
There we go. And the dog has run from